طيب بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Alright, there is a website that I would like for you to consider using, amongst others. In all small caps, AR, basically Arabic lexicon, ARABICLEXICON dot HAWRA, M as in Mary, A, N as in Nancy, .com. Then that little slash like this, pound sign. طيب. It's on now.
It's on the wrong.
It's HDMI cable.
I think it's another one.
Huh?
I think it's another input.
Oh.
I think it was 4 last time.
Well, let's see. This window. Show me some love. Come on, TV. You don't love me. It's okay. Let's try. Interesting.
Maybe camera, yes.
Alright, cable. Right? Cable. And it should be a camera. Let me check here. Maybe the inputs. Not working here. Should say it. Wait a minute. Let's see if it comes on now. It's gonna come on now. No. What are you doing? Try that one. Let's try it. Bismillah. We have hope. Bismillah. I got on duplicate. Nothing? Wow. Nope.
Maybe try putting an HDMI and then unplugging it and plugging it back in. Yeah, we can try that. Unplug it, plug it back in.
Let's try that. Bismillah. So on? We're good? Alhamdulillah. Alright. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Okay. This is called the Arabic lexicon. Okay? And it's a very nice tool, if you will. They have several different dictionaries, Arabic as well as Arabic English. Okay? For instance, if I want to look up a word, and I go right here to the arrow, I don't know if you can see it or not, but then the Arabic letters drop down for you. And then from there, you can punch in the Arabic letters, whatever you wish to know. So let's try one. Let's try this one. Ra, alif, and then is there an ayn there? Let's see. Is there alif maqsura? Let's see. Any alif maqsura there? No. Ra. Let's try this one. With the
It's on the first one.
alif maqsura. That's not alif maqsura.
No, the other one.
That's a alif maqsura. Yes, thank you. Then from there, I want to go to the dictionary. For you, I would encourage you to use the following. Let's see if I can find it for you. Yes. Lane's Lexicon is very good. Lane's Lexicon is very good. All right. It's E.W. Lane, Edward something Lane, Lexicon, Arabic English Lexicon. That's a very good one, mashallah. I believe there are a couple more here as well that are Arabic English for you. But the Lane's Lexicon is pretty expensive. Gives you, excuse me, a lot of information with regards to a particular word, if you will, for what you don't understand. So I'll click Lane's Lexicon, and here we go. Go down here, and let's see. I'm looking for. Okay. Let's see if I can find it. All right. In Lane's dictionary, we have the verb ra, ayn, alif maqsura, for example. Alrighty? As you can see here, they give you all of these different definitions. Okay? Reason why to give you to maybe help you out a little bit as far as words that you may not completely know or forgot. So try to use it, inshallah. If words you don't quite understand, you're not familiar with, or you need to kind of rehash that which you were not exposed to before, or was exposed to before. Alrighty, that's one thing for you. Let's see. All right. All of you got the email from Sister Sarah?
About the slides?
No.
And the document?
Yes.
Yeah.
All of you got it? Inshallah. You got it? Good. Alrighty. Sister Maryam, read the hadith, please.
Thank you. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Qala al-mu'allif rahimahullah. حديث التاسعة عشرة عن أبي العباس عبد الله بن عباس رضي الله عنهما قال: كنت خلف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يوما فقال لي: يا غلام، إني أعلمك كلمات، احفظ الله يحفظك، احفظ الله تجده تجاهك، إذا سألت فاسأل الله، وإذا استعنت فاستعن بالله، واعلم أن الأمة لو اجتمعت على أن ينفعوك بشيء لم ينفعوك إلا بشيء قد كتبه الله لك، وإن اجتمعوا على أن يضروك بشيء لم يضروك إلا بشيء قد كتبه الله عليك، رفعت الأقلام وجفت الصحف. رواه الترمذي وقال: حديث حسن صحيح. وفي رواية غير الترمذي: احفظ الله تجده أمامك، تعرف إلى الله في الرخاء يعرفك في الشدة، واعلم أن ما أخطأك لم يكن ليصيبك، وما أصابك لم يكن ليخطئك، واعلم أن النصر مع الصبر، وأن الفرج مع الكرب، وأن مع العسر يسرا.
Thank you. Barakallahu feek. All right, let's start. Let us go to statement of the Prophet alayhi as-salat was-salam. تعرف إلى الله في الرخاء يعرفك في الشدة. تعرف إلى الله في الرخاء يعرفك في الشدة. That will be page number كم? What page is that in your huh?
That's fine.
Huh?
550.
In your document, that would be page what number? What page is that in your document? That would be page number 7. Oh, I'm sorry, page number 8. Excuse me. On your Microsoft Word. Alrighty, page number 8. Alright. Okay, we're gonna go through this really, really slow. Why? For several reasons. One is because you're not here to get an English lesson. You already know English. If you wanted to learn English, I'll give you a book to read about the explanation of 40 hadith, and I'll see you later. No, you're here, inshallah, to, inshallah, strengthen your Arabic little by little, piece by piece. The objective is not to finish per se. The objective is to become more familiar. Are we clear? The objective is not necessarily to finish. One of the objectives, I should say, is for us to grow in various ways, including linguistically, and of course, hopefully, from a knowledge standpoint, we are going to use this in our lives for better growth as students of knowledge. Alright, Sister Maryam Mubin, you're my reader for today.
قوله صلى الله عليه
Alayhi
وسلم
salam.
تعرف إلى الله في الرخاء يعرفك في الشدة.
Notice that also the document that I sent you, every page or everything says in the red says qawluhu, 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 qawluhu. Alrighty? I did that purposely. We focus on one and everything underneath that. When we finish that, we go to the next page, etc. That clear? Alrighty? طيب. Alright, so we have احفظ الله يحفظك احفظ الله تجده أمامك أو تجاهك. Now we're looking at تعرف إلى الله في الرخاء يعرفك في الشدة. This is وصية or الوصية الثالثة, the third piece of advice to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to Ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, which in reality the first sentence احفظ الله يحفظك, everything after that you can make the statement or the claim or argument that everything after that first sentence is based upon the previous, based upon the main sentence احفظ الله يحفظك. Alrighty, as if to say احفظ الله يحفظك is the root, and everything that's sprouting from that sentence is and everything after that is, if you will, the branches of that particular root. Alrighty? أيوة اقرأي.
يعني أن العبد إذا اتقى الله وحفظ حدوده وراعى حقوقه في حال رخائه فقد تعرف بذلك إلى الله.
Alright. Let's go one by one. يعني أن العبد إذا اتقى الله. Anybody who don't understand anything from that first part. يعني means معناه, or the meaning of. Okay? إذا أن العبد, you know عبد, إذا اتقى الله, you know what that means? From taqwa. Yes, طيب. وحفظ حدوده, you know حفظ وحدود, you know حدود, تلك حدود الله, the boundaries of Allah. وراعى حقوقه. راعى, ما معنى راعى? That one we don't know, do we? No problem. If you don't know a word, what should you do? Huh? Oh. Ding, 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 ding. $5 for the sister with the niqab over there, mashallah. So, look it up. What's the meaning of ra'a? Look it up. Let's go. Come on. It's an exercise. Let's go. What's your dictionary, Sheikh? I just gave you a link. I gave you a link, Sheikh.
Yeah,
La hawla wala. Where's your stuff at, Sheikh?
my phone's in my car.
That's okay. No problem. Ya Sheikh. Mona, you know the word. Have an idea.
Sort of, I guess, to like take care of.
Very good. Take care of. Ahsanti. To take care of. Mumtaz. To take care of the rights. Huquq. Huquq is the plural of haqqa. Okay? Huquq. Alrighty? Very good. Wara'a. Take care of. Huquqahu. Yani the rights, plural, of Allah. Fi hali Hal means condition. Literally means condition. All right. في حال رخائه. Right. In that person's good condition. Literally in a good condition. Alrighty? And once again, and I'm telling you, we're going nice and slow. So we get a little bit of everything. أن العبد إذا اتقى الله وحفظ حدوده وراعى حدود وحقوق have the same type of pattern, don't they? Yes, they do. Hudud is plural. The singular is hadd. Huquq is plural. The singular is haqq. Alrighty? طيب. Anyway, wara'a, take care of his rights. في حال رخائه, during that person's good condition or good state. Continue, please. فقد تعرف بذلك إلى الله. You know تعرف from the hadith, right? I don't have to say it again, do I? وصار بين اقرأ يا شيخة.
وصار بينه وبين ربه معرفة خاصة.
Very good. Sara is like kana. Sara is like kana. Sara is like kana. All right? There is a specific understanding between that person and his Lord. Alrighty? Mu'adh, you with me, ya Sheikh? Gotta stay with me, man. You with me?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Alright. Next time, you need to bring the document. That document is not meant to be put on your hard disk. I emailed it to all of you for a particular reason. You need to bring that document every time we have class so you can take notes. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alrighty? You have it here with you. You take notes. Alright? I have my little pen right here. I can write on my thing too, no problem. Alrighty? Alright? So you make sure you bring this document with you. You also make sure you bring mushaf with you or translation or combination of the two. Alrighty? Tayyib. Are we clear on that? You need to have those two things, and of course the 40 hadith book as well. So once again, the following you need to have: the 40 hadith book, the mushaf, or translations of Quran, and this document that I put together for you. The reason why I put this together for you is because of the fact that all of you have a desire to, inshallah, learn some Arabic language, and it can be done. Please don't tell me it can't be done. That is baloney, and baloney ain't no real meat. Okay, so you can do this. All right, we're not gonna go fast. We're gonna go nice and slow, inshallah, because the objective is not to finish. The objective is to grow and learn. Number 4, do not come into my classroom with the attitude of you cannot do this, because if you do, I'm gonna tell you get out my classroom. Is that clear? Do not tell me you can't do this. That's baloney. I said that. But what I don't want you to do either is to compare yourself to other people, or to feel like you haven't really grown. That's also not true. One of the things that kills people in general, whether you're Muslim or not, is our understanding of success. Success is not what you have yet to fulfill as far as your objectives. Success is more of a thing of what have you done, because you ain't guaranteed tomorrow, but you did what you did yesterday and the day before. So what did you do yesterday and the day before that makes you different now than it was before? Did you grow? Like, for example, Maryam, last year, were you able to read this at this pace that you're reading? Huh? Yeah? So you kind of understand a little bit what you've been reading a little bit? MashaAllah. So before, maybe not. At one time you maybe didn't really get it like that. Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. You got to focus on what you have accomplished, past tense, not what you want to accomplish. It's like a person that is upset because they haven't memorized the Quran. Man, I didn't memorize Quran, man. Dang, I'm upset. How many juz you memorized? Man, I got like half a juz. MashaAllah. That's good, man. So like when you started, I started 2 years ago. So before those 2 years, you ain't know nothing? Nah, not even Fatiha. So why are you complaining, dude? Alhamdulillah, you accomplished a lot. You ain't realize it, did you? I mean, every harf is 10 hasanat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people gotta start thinking like this, you know what I mean? Anyway, enough my khutbah.
Yeah.
Sam.
I was going to ask
You know how you said that you were not supposed to compare people?
Yes.
And how do you strike a balance between that hadith where it says that only time you're allowed to have envy is somebody who has more ilm than you?
La. Someone who's memorized the Quran and someone who has ish, who has two people are there where it's okay to have not envy but admiration. Admiration, not envy. Admiration. And admiration is for someone who has memorized the Quran, the other one who's spending for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal. That's it. That's admiration, not comparison. Alrighty? As another way of looking at it, it is incorrect for anybody, any Muslim, to compare themselves to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You ain't getting no revelation, man. What you talking about? What you tripping on? Or even compare yourself to the 10 who are guaranteed paradise. You can't compare yourselves to them, but you can admire these people. You can admire the Sahabiyat for what they have done. You can admire the Tabi'at, the Tabi'un, and those after them as well. But we can never be like them. There was a hadith that mentions that if the people during the later times of the Ummah, if they're able to do a tenth of what the Sahaba are able to do, that's fantastic. A tenth, 1/10, ushr of what the Sahaba did, that's fantastic. So that goes to show you something. Now, we should admire people who have memorized Kitabullah. I'll add to that and make the following comment. Our admiration for the Hufaz of the Quran is contingent upon their akhlaq, their manners. Because if you are a Hafiz of the Quran and you have some character deficiencies, wal-i'iyadhu billah, then the admiration, I believe, kind of goes down a little bit. Alright? Now, because the Quran is ilm in it by itself, and knowledge is meant to at least in Islamic thought, knowledge is meant to refine the character. It's meant to do something better to the character. I'm sure you've heard of the different hadith. One of them is that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to do mudarasa with Jibreel alayhi as-salatu was-salam in Ramadan, right? Once a month. And the year that he died, alayhi as-salatu was-salam, jazakallahu khairan, barakallahu fiki. The year that he died, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he reviewed the Quran, he did mudarasa, he did Quranic study with Jibreel twice. Anyway, it was mentioned that for that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after doing mudarasa with Jibreel, was like a rih mursala. He was like this beneficial wind. Alright? There's if we ponder the wording there, what the Rawi was mentioning, we appreciate the fact that every time the Prophet ﷺ reviewed and studied the Quran with Jibreel, his character improved. His character improved. Right? And that should not be a surprise, especially since we have his own wife Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha saying, Kana khuluquhu al-Quran, that his akhlaq was the Quran. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So the point being is that, Maryam, that yes, we should have admiration for people who have, or who are, who are memorizing Kitab Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that admiration increases based upon the etiquettes and morals and manners of those that Allah Ta'ala has chosen to carry His words in their mind and their chest. Okay? Alright. Alright, ya Shaykha. Please continue.
Just two questions.
Oh yeah,
What does
sure.
Sara mean?
Sara. Sara means to be. Alright? Or to become.
And khasatan?
Khasatan means specifically. The opposite is amma. You have khasa wa amma. Right? General, specific. Khasa, specific. Amma, general. Alright? طيب.
فعرفه ربه
في الشدة. فعرفه ربه يعني his Lord knows him during hardship. أيوة, continue.
ورعى له تعرفه
Very good.
في الرخاء.
Yes, very good. And he is aware of and takes care of the fact that the servant was aware of him during good times. As if to say that, you see, the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with that person during the hardship is because of the fact that that person was with Allah ta'ala during the good times. Allah ta'ala says in Surah Al-Anbiya, وَنَبَلُوكُمْ بِالشَّرِّ وَخَيْرِ فِتْنَةٍ, and we test you as a test, and we test you with good and bad. Now,
فنجاه من الشدائد.
الشدائد is the plural of shiddah. الشدائد is the plural of shiddah. أيوة. فنجاه
من الشدائد بهذه المعرفة.
أيوة. نجا. You know what نجا means? What's نجا?
Success.
Save him. All right, save him. Literally, save him.
Save.
أيوة. نجيناهم بسحر. We saved them during the dawn time. Literally means to save a person. That's some strong language there. All right. If Allah Ta'ala assists and saves an individual during hardship based upon bihadihi al-ma'rifah, because of this awareness or this knowledge that this person has of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Aywa.
وهذه معرفة خاصة تقتضي قرب العبد من ربه.
All right, so we know what ma'rifah is, right? Knowledge, awareness, khasa, specific, right? Taqtadi, you don't know what that word means. Taqtadi refers to like necessitates. Having specific knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala necessitates qurba, closeness, from qareeb. Alright? Necessitates closeness of the servant to Allah Ta'ala, to his Rabb, to his Lord, or her Lord.
ومحبته.
Love. It also necessitates love.
وإجابته للدعاء.
Ijabatu du'a. What is ijaba ad-du'a? Answering du'a. Very good. Yes, ahsant. Barakallahu feek. Very good. So once again, وهذه معرفة خاصة تقتضي قرب العبد من ربه ومحبته له وإجابته لدعائه. This specific understanding or awareness or knowledge of Allah Ta'ala necessitates a closeness of the slave to his or her Lord, as well as love, his love or her love for Allah Ta'ala, and Allah's answering that person's dua. All right, we clear on that? We good on that? We good on that? All right, we're not clear. Please let me know. طيب. Then hold up a second. Alrighty. Who can summarize this for me? What did we just talk about? Who could summarize this paragraph? You can tell me Arabic. What's the general idea that we getting at here? Hi, Maryam.
So what they're trying to say is that if you protect the boundaries of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala and you remember Him in good times, Allah will protect you, and in bad times He will answer your du'as. He will. What else was there?
So we can also say that the reason why Allah Ta'ala answers or assists a servant during that person's hardship is due to the fact that the servant strove to be aware of and be knowledgeable of Allah Azza wa Jal, and respect Allah's rights during good times, and also during the good times of this particular servant, this person was striving as well to constantly attain the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wherein the person's dua, inshallah, would be answered when needed to be. Okay? Yes?
Would it be fair to say that remember Allah in the good times, or in the bad times, like you're good?
Yeah, I think that's very much an extreme summary. Don't forget, remember Allah in the good times. He got you when things go bad. That's pretty succulent. Yes.
When we say that, remember Him in good times, would that mean that you have to make a conscious effort to get to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
Absolutely.
Strive so that He would, you know.
Absolutely. So this knowing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, again, the idea ta'arraf ila Allah, is to have taqwa of Allah azza wa jal, is to, guard and protect His boundaries, and also to take care of His rights. That doesn't happen unless you have knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the first place. It's not just simply saying La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, right? It also consists of merely making a conscious effort to really try to understand Allah more. Okay? Which opens the door to a lot of different ways of getting to know Allah Azza wa Jal more. طيب. So now we're going to go a little further. What's this concept of ma'rifatu al-abd li rabbi? In other words, what's the concept of the slave's awareness and knowledge of Allah Ta'ala? There are two types. اقرأي يا مريم. فمعرفة Yes. نوعان, huh? نوع is one. نوعان, two types. نوع. Yeah, two types. نوع means type. نوعان, two types. أنواع, more than two types. طيب. So what are the two types that of a servant having this ma'rifah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? أحدهما عامة. المعرفة العامة. General, which means what? وهي, go.
وهي معرفة الإقرار به والتصديق والإيمان.
أيوة. What do you think that means? What do you think that means? معرفة الإقرار به والتصديق والإيمان.
So saying it out loud, believing in it, and internalizing.
Okay. So إقرار, very good. إقرار refers to confirmation. Alright? I confirm that Allah Ta'ala is my Lord. With tasdeeq, and belief in Him, wal iman, and conviction in Him. That's general ma'rifah. All Muslims have this general ma'rifah. That's why you say ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. That's general knowledge of Allah Azza wa Jal. وَاقْرَئِ وَهَذِهِ. This is general for all believers. Every believer believes this. Every believer believes or confirms and affirms that there is one Lord worthy of worship, and belief in that, and has conviction in that. That's general. Beautiful. Alhamdulillah. Everybody got that. Lakin, however, what's the second type of ma'rifah? والثاني
معرفة خاصة تقتضي ميل القلب إلى الله بالكلية.
Allahu Akbar. The second type is more specific, ya Mu'adh. It's more specific. It is, and taqtadi, what do you say? Taqtadi means necessitates, right? The second type of ma'rifah or knowledge of Allah Azza wa Jal necessitates. Mail literally means to lean. Mail means to lean. Alright? So it's a metaphor. Mail al-qalb meaning literally meaning to lean your qalb, your heart. Qalb is a heart. Alright? Literally it means to lean your heart to Allah completely. That's what it literally means. It's a metaphor to say that the specific knowledge of Allah Azza wa Jal requires and necessitates a total submission of one's heart to Allah Ta'ala. That's what it means here. Alrighty? A total, bil kulliya means total, ya akhi. Ya Hassan, bil kulliya means totally, completely. So, we have now, we now see Ish, that with respect to the slave, yes, you have a question, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Ma'amale
Tasdeeq from saddaqa yusaddiqu.
speak the truth.
Belief. Belief. Well, Iman is conviction. Iman is conviction. Alright?
So belief is a declaration.
Well, yeah, you can say that. Well, actually, Iqrar is the actual declaration or affirmation. But people say stuff all the time. Yarhamakallah. People say stuff all the time. Yeah, I believe there's a God. I mean, you ask people who are not Muslim. Yeah, there's a God. Okay, that's Iqrar. Do you believe that there's only one true God? Oh, that's something else. That's tasdeeq. Yarhamakallah. Well, the Iman is the conviction of that. Alright? The strength of knowing that this is true. Okay?
So what do you mean again? Tasdeeq?
Tasdeeq refers literally from saddaqa yusaddiqu, to believe. Alright, to believe. Alright, to believe.
What's the difference between belief and conviction?
Okay, so conviction refers to the fact that you may believe in something, but you still may have a speck of what? A doubt. There you go. Iman is total conviction. Like, I don't got no doubt about that. I know that for a fact. Alright? So when people say Iman bil kitab or al iman bi kitabillah, and it's roughly translated as belief in Allah's book, the reality should not be belief, it should be conviction of the truthfulness of Allah's book. You ain't got no doubt about this book. Zero. Alright? That's a little deeper. Yeah. Good question. MashaAllah. Alright. Let's go back again. So we have two types of ma'rifah. Or let me put it like this. With the relationship between the slave, the servant, and Allah. I'm the servant, you're the servant. There could be two types of ma'rifah with respect to Allah Ta'ala. The first one is general. Everybody in here got this ma'rifah, which is what we just talked about. Alright? Affirmation and confirmation, belief and conviction of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. We good? But the second one, that's a deeper level. Only Allah Ta'ala knows who got that second one amongst all of us in this room. Alright? And that varies. But nevertheless, what does it mean? It means that the servant of Allah Ta'ala has literally, as we said, leaned their heart totally to Allah. In other words, they've submitted their whole heart to Allah Azza wa Jalla. And that's the real understanding of Al-Islam. We said before, Islam don't mean peace. It means what? Submission. It means submission. Right? Tayyib. Mumtaz. So we're done with that part. Alhamdulillah. Did you know Allah has a ma'rifah for us with respect to us? Did you know that? No? Now you're going to know. وَمَعْرِفَةُ اللَّهِ
ومعرفة الله أيضا لعبده نوعان.
طيب.
معرفة.
Oh. So we have, with respect, Allah's ma'rifah with respect to us is two types. What are they? Ma'rifah.
عامة.
General ma'rifah, or general knowledge, if you will. Yes, وهي.
وهي علمه.
His knowledge, subhanahu.
سبحانه بعباده.
Aywa. So Allah's knowledge of His slaves or His servants. Aywa.
واطلاعه على ما أسره.
Hold up.
وما أعلنه.
Whoa. وَاطِّلَاعُهُ عَلَى مَا أَسَرُّوهُ. And his ittila' means investigation. Alright? It's kind of like investigating. مَا أَسَرُّوهُ. what the servants hide, what they keep as a secret. Asarru means to keep something secret. وَأَسِرُّوا قَوْلَكُمْ أَوْ اجْهَرُوا بِهِ. See that? Trying to get y'all linked to the Quran, man. Come on now. Alright. Again, Allah Ta'ala's penetrating investigation of our secrets. I mean, he already knows our secrets. Like, you don't know my secrets, I don't know your secrets. Allah Ta'ala knows our secrets. That's general ma'rifah. Aywa. وَمَا أَعْلَنُوهُ. أَعْلَنُوا is the opposite of أَسَرُّوا. So أَسَرُّوا is to keep something secret. What's أَعْلَنُوا? To make it to broadcast it. Alright? So now you see another set of words here. Alright. Asarru is to conceal something or keep it secret. وَأَعْلَنُوهُ means to not conceal it. It's opposite, right? To reveal it. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this ma'rifah amma, or this general understanding or knowledge rather of Allah with respect to his servants, the first type is general. In other words, Allah Ta'ala is Al-Alim. If you don't get any of this, you know, okay, Ma'rifat Amma equal Al-Alim. Full stop. Alright? That's it. That's one of his names, right? Yes? You sure? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Tell me, yeah, I'm sure, brother. No, like you don't know, you do know, man. You know what, Mu'adh? You know more than you think you know. You do know, mashallah. We gotta get it out of you though, cause it's all up in here and here, mashallah. You're a smart brother. I know you are, mashallah. Mu'adh like to keep his smartness to himself though. He one of them type of brothers, man. That's cool, mashallah. May Allah bless you, man. I mean, طيب. قال الله تعالى اقرأ الآية.
ولقد خلقنا الإنسان ونعلم ما توسوس به نفسه.
Allahu Akbar. Surah Qaf, ayah number 16. What's it mean? That's the 50th. That's the 50th surah in the Quran. Ayah number 16.
We created man. We know what his soul whispers to him. We are closer to him than his jugular vein.
وَنَحْنُ أَقْرَبُ إِلَيْهِ مِنْ حَبْلِ الْوَرِيدِ. Yes, so we got وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ وَنَعْلَمُ مَا تُوَسْوِسُ بِهِ نَفْسُهُ. We created humanity and know what his own soul whispers to him. Allahu Akbar. Alright? That's ma'rifat. That ayah will call your attention. The knowledge of Allah with respect to his servants. What's the second type of ma'rifah of Allah Ta'ala with respect to his servants? والثاني
والثاني معرفة خاصة وهي تقتضي محبته لعبده.
Alright, we know what mahabba is, right? Mahabba is love. Right? This specific type of ma'rifah that Allah has with respect to his servants necessitates love, Allah's love for that particular servant. Aywa. وتقريبه I'm sorry.
وتقريبه إليه.
And his closeness to his servant.
وأجاب.
Whoa, taqreeb means close, to be close. Alrighty? To be close. Taqreeb refers to being close to the servant. So Allah Ta'ala's specific knowledge and awareness of his servants consists of, or necessitates, if you will, love for his servants and a closeness to his servants. And what's the third thing that it says there?
وإجابة دعائه.
And answering that person's dua. And number 4,
وإن جاءه من الشدائد.
yes, and saving that person, relieving that person from his or her hardships. It might be said, brother, there's some Muslims right now who are under tremendous hardship and suffering. It doesn't seem like Allah Ta'ala is with them. Or it doesn't seem like Allah Ta'ala is that we don't see this ma'rifah khas with respect to them. So how do you explain that? The answer to that is that this ma'rifah is relative. Relative. That is to say that you're right. It appears on the surface that some people are suffering. And these people could be good people. They could be praying, they could be doing siyam, they could be reading Quran, they could be doing all these things, and they're going through all this hardship. How could this be the case? We say, let's not forget that we only have one life, but there's another life as well. Is it possible that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is putting them through this hardship partly because of the fact that maybe in the hereafter they'll go through absolutely nothing? Is that fair to say? Is that possible? Sure it is. Absolutely. Yeah, it just doesn't seem fair. Hold up a second. Fair is what Allah Ta'ala has defined, not what you've defined. That's something a lot of us seem to have a difficulty accepting. And we see people on the surface, Dad, they seem like really nice people, man. SubhanAllah, that sister, brother, may Allah protect us, going through this cancer, man, I know that brother, I know that sister, mashallah, man. طيب. It's really sad that a person's suffering like that. But have we taken into consideration that all of this that the person might be going through, so long as they're patient, inshallah, and we encourage them to be patient, obviously, and pray for their patience and their strength, etc. It could be that maybe Allah Ta'ala is getting rid of all of this stuff. They're going through so much in this dunya that when they stand before Allah Azza wa Jal, they ain't got to go through nothing. And you got to go through everything. We have to think about it like that. Alright? This is one phase of this whole package called creation and life and what have you. We're only in the first phase. Well, we were born. Yes, we're in the first phase right now. Then the grave, then Yawm al-Qiyamah, then Dukhul. May Allah help us to go into paradise. Ameen. Now.
وهي المشار إليها بقوله صلى الله عليه وسلم فيما يحكى عن ربه.
All right. Well, here, the dhamir here refers to, excuse me, the dhamir here, the pronoun, refers to ma'rifatun khassa. Ma'rifatun khassa. All right. The here is referring to the ma'rifa khassa. So I'm going to circle it here for you. Okay. Referring to ma'rifa khassa. Okay. So you'll know what's being discussed there. Okay. Yes.
You said ma'arifa means knowledge, right?
Knowledge, awareness. Yes.
How does that relate to like ma'arifa and nakira in grammar? Like, is there a difference in
okay.
definition?
MashaAllah. Good question. Well, you might find a word that's used, and depending upon how it's used, will have a different meaning, if you will. So that's a good question. Ma'arifa, when it comes to grammar, is when the alif lam, for example, is on a word, right? Very good. But it doesn't mean that here, beloved. No. Ma'arifa here is different here. But there's a connection. There is actually a connection. I tell you, for example, I read a book. You don't know what book I'm talking about. Right? Then I describe the book to you and da-da-da and da-da-da and da-da-da. A few days later you ask me, so how was the book? How's the book? I know what you're talking about. I know, right? I know what you're talking about. That word know. Knowledge, awareness. That's ma'arifa. Alright? So there is a connection. Jazakallahu khairan. Alright? There is a connection. Wherein, yes, from a linguistic standpoint, you add the alif lam, for example, and you have this thing called ma'arifa. It's known. Alright? People know what you're talking about, etc. That's a metaphorical connection. Alright? Good question. Jazakallahu khairan. Alright. وهي يعني معرفة خاصة المشار إليها. Alright. We don't want to pick apart every single word, but basically وهي المشار إليها, in other words, this معرفة خاصة is referring to is being referred to بقوله, by the Prophet's statement sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wherein he has said that Allah said, ولا يزال
ولا يزال عبدي يتقرب إلي بالنوافل.
Aywa. And remember, I think we read this hadith on Monday, right? We said what? And my slave, my servant, will continue to come close to me, يتقرب, come closer to me by way of nawafil, by performing nawafil. You know what nawafil is? What's nawafil? That's a dumb question, Sheikh. Astaghfirullah, man. Come on, brother. Come on, man. No, don't insult my intelligence. Nawafil, ya Sheikh. What's nawafil? Mu'adh, answer the question, beloved.
Like extra action.
Very good, my man. Thank you. That's right. Doing extra good deeds. All right. Not any extra good deeds, right? That's what you meant. Yeah, man. All right. Good. But nawafil. Hatta ish. Hatta uhibba. Until what? Until I love him. Very good. Until I love him. Aywa.
فإذا أحببته
So when I love this person,
كنت سمعه الذي يسمع به
aywa, I become his hearing. Right? وبصره,
وبصره الذي يبصر به
and I become his vision that he uses to see.
ويده التي يبطش بها.
I become his hands at which he grasps. Huh? Batash is to grasp. It's to grasp, to hold on to something. You find this word in Surah Inna batashaka la shadid, in Surah was-sama idat al-buruj. Surah al-buruj, yes. Surah al-buruj, you find this word being used. Don't we find that word being used? We sure do. Hey, that's right. Grasping, literally. Batash is to grasp. Alright? To hold on to something. Hey,
ورجله التي
Rijal, your leg. Alright?
يمشي بها.
There you go.
ولئن سألني
وَلَئِن سَأَلَنِي. Alright? Anytime this person asks me,
لأعطينه.
very good. I will definitely give it to him or her.
ولئن استعاذني
And whenever they seek my protection,
لأعيذنه.
لأُ.
لأعيذنه.
There you go. I will most definitely protect that person. Allahu Akbar.
فخرج
Oh! Make sure everybody with it. Everybody, we all good. We good? Yes, sir.
I mean, please go through the translation.
Sure. ولا, the whole thing or the hadith itself?
Just the hit.
ولا يزال. You read it, beloved. Read it, brother. Can you read that?
Yes.
ولا
لا
يزال
يزال عبدي يتقرب إلي بالنوافل
حتى.
حتى أحبه.
Stop. Abdi, my servant. My servant continues. La yazal means continues. La yazal means continues. ولا يزالون مختلفين. You find this in the Quran, don't you? من حفظ هذه السورة? You did, didn't you? أيوة. ولا يزالون مختلفين. سورة إيه؟ سورة هود أظن, ها? سورة هود. Surah Hud, yeah, Surah Hud, the 11th surah. Anyway, Allah says there, وَلَا يَزَالُونَ, and you will continue to differ. You'll continue. Anyway, La yazal means continue. Anyway, يَتَقَرَّبُ means to come closer. You with me, Habibi? وَلَا يَزَالَ عَبْدِ يَتَقَرَّبُ إِلَيَّ بِالنَّوَافِلِ حَتَّى أُحِبَّهُ. And my servant will continue to get closer to me by doing extra deeds until I love that person. With me, Sheikh? Continue.
فإذا أحببته.
So when I love this person,
كنت سمعه الذي يسمع به.
ahsant, all right, this person's hearing, his hearing becomes I become his hearing. I become the hearing that he uses to listen.
ما معنى كنت؟
Kuntu means kana. You know the verb kana?
Yeah.
Kuntu. I become or I am. كنت طالبا.
So it's the ana form of kana?
Hmm?
Is it the ana form of kana?
Yes, the ana form of kana. I like how you said that. The ana form of kana. That's good. I like that. In the past tense, though. In the past. Kuntu. All right. There you go. Continue. I see your hand, Najib. I'll get you in a minute. وبصر.
وبصره الذي يبصر به.
Basar. You know what basar is? Look at me.
Here? Oh, it's
You seeing? So sama is hearing. Basar, eyes.
ويده
Yad. Yad is my head.
hand. يبطش بها.
طيب. Batsh.
Grab.
Yeah, there you go.
ورجله التي.
Rijal. Legs.
ورجله التي يمشي بها.
Yamshi. Walk.
ولئن سألني.
أيوة. ولئن سألني. سأل يسأل. Ask.
And لئن is and if he asks.
أيوة. Very good.
لأعطينه.
Very good. أعطى يعطي. The أعطى, or here the أعطي, is the ana of أعطى, as you would put it, right? To give. All right? To give. أعطى محمد قلمه عمرا. Muhammad gave his pen to Amr, for example. Okay?
And why is there a lam like la or
Oh man, you want me to go deep on the thing, man? I want to try to go deep, brother. I want to try to go deep, mashallah. Okay. For your benefit only, but please, it doesn't have to be something that you register here for now. That lam that we see for u'tiyannahu, that lam is called lam tawkeed. Lam at-taw or ta'keed. Okay? What does that mean, brother? It means like the Arab, you gotta understand, the Arab, when they had different ways of expressing emphasis. We had the same thing in English language as well. All right? But the lam there refers to emphasis, as if to say, I'm most definitely going to give that person whenever they ask me. There's no doubt about it. Okay? I mean, Allah could have said, وَإِن سَأَلَنِي أُعْطِيَنَّهُ. No, he wanted to, Allah Jalla wa Ala, Allah Ta'ala wanted to make it very clear so there's zero doubt whatsoever that when a person asks me, once they reach Allah's love, ain't no doubt about it, I'm going to give that person whatever they want. So the lam here means lam at-tawkeed or ta'keed, both are correct to say, all right? Which is a tool, if you will, that Arabs use to really knock out the doubt and inject total certainty in what they're going to be doing, inshallah. Alrighty, does that help you? Alhamdulillah. The noon there also is also part of another feature that Arabs use to express certainty. All right, and we find this all over the Quran, man. We find it all over the Quran, subhanallah. Aynam. Continue, man. وَلَئِن. Aywa. You know, أعوذ بالله. أعوذ. There you go. Yeah, there you go. لَأُعِيذَنَّهُ. Aywa. That should be that lam should be a fatha, not a kasra. I'm sorry about that. لَأُعِيذَنَّهُ. I will most definitely protect that person. Ista'adha is to seek help. Ista'adha is to seek refuge. To seek refuge, right? Wa a'adha yu'idhu is to give refuge. See that, ya Shaykha? Ha Yafa? Ustadha, you see that? طيب. Again, ista'adha is to seek refuge. A'adha, let me write on the board for you. A'adha, you see that? A'adha yu'idhu is to give refuge. See that there? Allah. Yarhamakallah. I don't know if you sneeze or not, but it looked like you were about to sneeze. Huh? You good, Sheikh?
I just have like one more question.
You got 20. I know you do. Go ahead, man. It's fine. No problem.
The li, could it be like for him is my protection or no?
That's a typo.
Oh, so
That's
yeah,
called a
it is
typo.
that. So
I just told you that's a
yeah,
typo. You gotta trust the brother, man. That's a typo. Trust the brother. That's a typo, man. My bad. My bad. All right. My bad.
That's also a lam.
That's a lam, a ta'keed or tawkeed. Very good. Very good. And the noon is called noon, a ta'keed or tawkeed. Very good. Subhanallah. All right, let us continue.
وخرج الترمذي.
Hold up, Sheikh. Let me blow this up a little bit, make it bigger. We're all in the same together. Yes, please. وخرج الترمذي.
وخرج.
Hold up, sir. You with me, Sheikh? You with me, ya Sheikh?
I'm just looking for the.
Okay. Make sure everybody on the same page. Let me walk around first. Why is it with me? ايوه خرج ايوه
وخرج الترمذي.
Stop. Now I don't want you getting bogged down with this word either, but it's good to know just from the back of your head. Kharraja or akhraja, that's a terminology that's used in this case for hadith. Alrighty? It's a terminology that muhaddithun use with respect to who has collected a particular hadith. So if you notice on page 1 of this of these set of papers, after the hadith it said like kharraja or akhrajahu such and such. Did it not say that? The akhrajahu or kharrajahu refers to who has this hadith in their hadith collection. That's all it means. All right. Don't get bogged down with the word, because I don't want you getting too bogged down with the word. Okay. But just
how would you translate it? Narrative or collectively?
I suppose so. Yeah. I suppose so. Yes. أيوة وخرج.
وخرج الترمذي من حديث أبي هريرة عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال.
صلى الله عليه وسلم.
من سره أن يستجيب الله له عند الشدائد فليكثر الدعاء
أيوه.
في الرخاء.
أحسنت ما شاء الله. Al-Imam al-Tirmidhi rahimahullah ta'ala has a hadith on the authority of Abu Hurairah. May Allah be pleased with him. That the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Man sarrahu an yastajib Allah lah inna shada'id." Whoever sarra yusirru sarra yasirru. Shmana sarra. You know what that means? Sarra yasurru. Sarra yasurru. I said it wrong. Sarra yasurru. Like to be happy. I had to be happy. So it means whoever let's see here. How can I translate that for y'all? Let's see here. Whoever wishes or wants to be happy that Allah answers his dua during hardship, فَلْيُكْثِرْ الدُّعَاء فِي الرَّخَاء. Then do a lot of dua during good times. Let me say that again. Whoever whoever wishes to be happy that Allah answers their dua during hardship, he or she should or must make a lot of dua during that person's good times. So during good times. Sarra yasurru, to be happy. Yastajibu, from istajaba, to answer. To answer. You know shada'id, that's the plural shadda. فَلْيُكْثِرْ أكثر يكثر إكثارا أكثر يكثر, to do a lot of. To do a lot of. Like كثير. Sister Maryam.
وخرج ابن أبي حاتم وغيره من رواية أبي يزيد الرقاشي عن أنس يرفعه.
Stop. Again, خرج is again hadith terminology. Ibn Abi Hatim. Now, Ibn Abi Hatim was a great scholar as well of hadith. He was considered to be a well-known criticizer of narrators, mashallah. He has a riwayah or a chain on the authority of Abu Yazid al-Raqashi, right? On the authority of Anas. Yarfa'u. Yarfa'uhu is a hadith terminology, means this hadith is marfu'. Alright? You know what hadith marfu' means?
There's 3 or more narrators.
La. Hadith marfu'. طيب. Hadith marfu' means it goes back directly to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hadith marfu' is a hadith that goes directly to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's in your Sciences of Hadith book by Sheikh Farhan Waffaqahullah. Go back and review that, okay? Okay. Waffaqahullah. Waffaqahullah. From Tawfiq, success. May Allah give him success. Ya know Yunus? You know Yunus? Ya rahmakallah. You know Yunus? Aywa alayhi salam. You know what a hoot is? A hoot. Hoot's a whale. Remember the whale in the Quran? Button is what? What's the button? It's your stomach. Ya rahmakallah. Yahdikum Allah yus'u balakum. I'm going to teach y'all going to say that before you need my measures. Yahdikum Allah wa yuslihu balak. Ameen. هذا هو يهديكم الله ويصلح بالك. يهديكم الله ويصلح بالك. I want guidance. I sure do. ويصلح بالك. Balak is your mentality, your thinking, or your condition. Alright? So I ask you, I ask Allah, have mercy upon you. Come on, man. Hook a brother up. Anyway, Yunus alayhi as-salatu was-salam, lamma da'a yad'u, when he was making dua in the gut of the whale, the stomach of the whale, what happened? The angel said, Aywa? Oh, and this is a beautiful hadith, by the way. If you ain't read this, y'all need to read this. This joint is beautiful. Aywa, Ya Rabbi. You know what a salt is? You know what a salt is? What's a salt? Voice. Very good. Salt is a voice. Sometimes on the remote control in Arabic they put salt for volume. Alright? But yeah, you get the kind of idea. Anyway, salt is voice, right? Ma'ruf. What's ma'ruf? Known. Very good. A well-known. Very good. Hada sultan ma'rufun. That's a well-known voice. Aywa? Okay, y'all know what bilad is? Bilad?
Land.
Like a land, very good. Or a place, very good. Ghariba. What's ghariba? Strange. Very good. Very good. يا ربي. Oh our Lord. هذا صوت معروف من بلاد غريبة.
Oh, he's talking about the sea.
That's a well-known voice in an unfamiliar land. أيوة, continue.
فقال الله عز وجل
أيوة.
أما تعرفون ذلك؟ قالوا
Don't you know that? Allah is asking the malaika, don't y'all know that? أيوة. قالوا.
قالوا ومن هو؟
Well, who is that? من هو? Who is that?
قال
يعني Allah Ta'ala is saying, قال Allah, yes.
عبدي يونس.
That's my servant Yunus.
قالوا عبد
The malaika are saying, أيوة.
عبدك يونس الذي لم يزل
يرفع.
يرفع له عمل متقبل ودعوة مستجابة.
أيوة. Your servant Yunus, the one لم يزل. لم يزل means to continue. Like لا يزال, same thing. لا يزال or لم يزل, same thing, continue. Alright? Your servant Yunus, the one that continue, wherein his accepted deeds are raised up. عمل means deed. متقبل means accepted. ربنا تقبل منا. Oh Allah, accept from us. Mutaqabbal means something that has been accepted. You say in a hadith after Salat al-Fajr, Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'a wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. For example. Anyway, so the malaika, the angels are asking Allah Azza wa Jal, is that the Yunus whose accepted deeds have been lifted, been raised up? وَدَعْوَةٌ مُسْتَجَابَةٌ, and his dua, same thing, supplication has been answered?
قال نعم.
Allah said, yes.
قالوا
The malaika say,
يا ربي
oh Allah, oh our Lord,
أفلا ترحمون
aren't you going to tarham from rahmah? إيش الرحمة? Mercy. أفلا ترحم.
ما كان يصنع في الرخاء
Allah. فتنجيه. أيوة.
من البلاء.
Again, that's a لا بأس. طيب. أفلا ترحم ما كان يصنع في الرخاء. Aren't you going to have mercy upon what he used to do during good times? Fatunjiyahu. It should be fatunjiyahu. That's another typo by your teacher. May Allah forgive him. Fatunjiyahu, so as you can save him. Min al bala'. What's a bala'? You know what bala' means? وفي ذلكم بلاء من ربكم عظيم. ما معنى بلاء? Huh? Trial. That's right. Bala' means trial or tribulation. Very good. Again, أفلا ترحم ما كان يصنع في الرخاء. Aren't you going to have mercy upon what he used to do during his good times? فَتُنْجِيَهُ, so you can save him min al-bala', so you can save him from his specific tribulation. He's in the gut of a whale. What did Allah say? يصنع. يفعل. To do. يصنع. يفعل. To do. It can also mean to build. It can also mean to build, but you don't build anything actually literally. You know, he may have built something as far as da'wah work, if you will, but that's metaphorical. Here it means يفعل, to do. To do. أيوة.
قال
Bala.
بلى.
Of course. Bala means of course.
قال
They said,
فأمر الله الحوت فطرحه في العراء.
فأمر الله الحوت. Allah Ta'ala commanded what? What's al-hut? What's the hut again? The whale. Very good. For Allah Ta'ala commanded the whale. فطرحه. فطرحه means to spit him out. I had to demonstrate. I had some teachers, mashallah, in the Language Institute. They were all either Sudanese or Egyptian. The religious studies teachers that we had were all Saudi. They were all good, mashallah, all of them. But it was just something about my Sudanese professors, man. They had a little flavor about them, man. They were very unique, and they used to demonstrate things like that. They used to kind of be demonstrative in how they would teach things, so you can really get the message as to what does that passage or what does that word mean or whatever the case may be. So that's why I did it like that. Not because I'm upset or anything like that. I just wanted to show you. But taraha means literally to throw out, to throw. All right, to throw out. Okay, or just to throw. I'm sorry, to throw out. To throw out. Taraha means to throw out. Okay. فأمر الله الحوت. Allah commanded the whale. فطرحه. So the whale threw out Yunus. بالعراء. What's عراء? فنبذناه بالعراء. As in Surah إيش? صافات. Anybody have an idea? No?
Is it like an island?
Nope.
A shore?
Nope. When in doubt, what should you do?
Look it up.
Now, if you have Quran.com, they have an app you use for your phone, and you can write. If you have an Arabic keyboard, you can use that to write the word al-ara. Very good, mashallah. You got it, Sheikh. Beautiful. And you can find the word quickly like that. Taib. Alright, Steve Jobs, what you got here? Huh?
Open air?
Are you guessing or you telling?
It says open air, outdoor, open air. Open ground.
Let's see here.
Naked.
Huh?
Naked.
Thank you. There you go.
Naked?
Ah. But it doesn't mean naked here. Alright? Bil ara means a barren shore. A naked, literally, a barren, but ara does mean naked. Absolutely. Absolutely. Didn't Allah use his word in Baqarah describing our parents, Adam and Eve? But here it's metaphorically meaning that Allah Ta'ala commanded the whale to throw out Yunus bil ara, to the barren shore, to the literally naked shore. There's nothing on it. So al-ara here means barren shore. Yes, akhi.
This what was mentioned is a hadith.
Hmm?
This is a hadith.
Yeah, it's a hadith. Yeah. This was narrated by Al-Imam Ibn Abi Hatim, as was mentioned. وَخَرَّجَ Ibn Abi Hatim وَغَيْرُهُ. Him and others mention this riwayah wherein ish about Yunus alayhi as-salatu was-salam. The point of the hadith is to do what? Is to illustrate why is this here? Why did you put this here? So what's the point? Other than make you tired of Arabic. What's the reason why? Huh? What's the deeper point I'm trying to make here, huh?
To remind you that you should remember Allah in good and bad.
Very good. Yunus alayhi as-salatu was-salam was giving da'wah. He was doing some good work. He got mad at his people, though, unfortunately. Happens. And he left them, and Allah Ta'ala tested him by getting him swallowed up eventually by a whale. Tough situation. But he made dua. He was doing dhikr, etc., etc., etc. Now, being in the stomach of a whale was his shiddah. Alrighty? Before that, he was in raha. But he was doing good work, mashallah, fir raha. Now he's in this button of this whale, which is shiddah. And he's making dua, this, that, and the third. Malaika asking Allah, could you please help him, get him out? And Allah commanded the whale to spit out Yunus, and he landed on a barren shore. So the point is, as you mentioned, is that this is another example of of excelling in the good times, so as when the bad times do occur and you ask Allah for assistance, it is more likely, inshallah, that He will be there for you. Now, understand something very carefully, which is another misunderstanding as well. Allah is always there for His slave, for His servant. Allah is always there. The problem is that we turn away from Allah Azza wa Jal. Alrighty? In fact, maybe someone wasn't really thinking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala during the so-called good times, okay? And now they're going through some rough time periods, some rough patches in life, as they say. The point of that is to encourage that person to get back into connecting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see? Allah ta'ala likes to remind people that I'm here if you need me. If you want me, I'm here. That's why I'm testing you. So you never forget that I'm here. Not, my Lord hates me. La! Alright? Subhanallah. حتى Allah Ta'ala asks in the Quran, أَفَلَا يَتُوبُونَ إِلَى اللَّهِ فَيَسْتَغْفِرُونَ. يعني he talks about the Ahl Kitab, particularly those who say that Allah Ta'ala has a son, etc. وَلِعِيَاذَ بِاللَّهِ. He even asks about them, have they ever considered making tawbah to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala? Yani that's an indication that He's there even for them if they want that. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Alright, okay. Let's continue. Hey, Maryam. أعظم is the greatest. Huh? Oh, Allahumma musta'an. What that mean, sister?
The greatest tribulation.
Aywa. Or greatest hardship?
It is the one that befalls on.
Which befalls on the slave?
Befalls on the
Aywa.
slave in this dunya is death.
Aywa. So death is the greatest hardship that any of us will ever experience. Not poverty. Not, whatever. No. No. Death.
Is it death for the person themselves or death of other people?
Death of you. That's because of the fact that, subhanAllah, only Allah Ta'ala knows what goes on, but that's why even people that seem to be, mashallah, on the Sirat seem to be, really firm, etc., even them, when they're on their deathbed, they need to be encouraged and reminded to say La ilaha illallah, because you never know. I mean, you got people right now that are going through hardship. Maybe they say some stuff that's disrespectful to Allah Azza wa Jal, and then, mashallah, Allah gives them a time period to get it together. They ask Allah to forgive. Allah, forgive me, I was upset, etc. You can't say that after you die. It's done. Right? Another reason why it's considered to be amongst why it is the greatest hardship is because there are no more good deeds for you to do. You might be worried about your loved ones if you have loved ones, right? You might be, there's so many things goes to a person's head when they know that they're getting close to death. All the different moments of regret, all the different moments of I wish I did this, I wish I did that. Ya Allah, give me more time, etc. I think it's Allah musta'an. That thing weighs heavy on people, man. May Allah Ta'ala help us. People are fearful of what's going to happen next. Yes, they are very, very concerned, very fearful. So may Allah Ta'ala give us calmness as He's pulling our souls out to return back to Him. After, and that which is after death is more intense. Ashad means more intense. Allah, unless the actions or the let's see, Masir. Oh yes, unless the path, al-Masir refers to tariqah, or pathway. Unless the pathway of the servant is of good, is doing good. Okay, Ya Mu'adh, and Hassan, and the rest of you, like tariqah, or tariq, path, if you will. Students, you got two paths a person takes in this dunya. Either a path of good, khayr, which is good, or shar, which is evil. And so, people whose pathway has been of evil, their death might be painful, but their reckoning is even more painful. Whereas if a person is striving to do good in his dunya, inshallah ta'ala, although the death is a hardship, what comes after the death will not be intense due to the fact that the person in this dunya was striving hard to do good. That goes back to ta'arraf ila Allahi fi ar-rakha, ya'rifka fi shiddah. What you mean ar-rakha doing this? Ar-rakha here refers to you were given a life in the first place. You were given a life in the first place. You had a set time period to do something, to make a choice as to, first of all, are you going to worship or not? Yes, I choose to worship Allah. Tayyib. After that, you had a choice to either do good or not do good. Even when you slipped up, you made tawbah, you asked Allah, and you kept it moving. That's all good, by the way. But some people, even though they're Muslim, fail to excel in or try to do good. Even the basic things that Allah Ta'ala has commanded us to do. So then they are on the brink of death. What happens after that? We hope for them a good ending. But their hisab, or their reckoning, and their situation in the grave, we also are fearful that they might be going through some really hard things, worse than what they may have experienced when they were alive. And so the idea here is that while you're still alive, we do our very best to do what we can as far as of good, so as when we do die, that reckoning will become easier in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the idea. Ayo. فالواجب.
والواجب على المسلم.
So therefore, it is obligatory upon a believer.
الاستعداد
Preparation. Al-isti'dad is preparation.
للموت.
Preparing for death. It is obligatory upon every Muslim to prepare for death. Ayo Allah. And preparation for death consists of different things. Preparation for death consists of different things. We mentioned one of them, which is the spiritual preparation, right? The spiritual preparation for death, okay? The idea of doing righteous deeds and excelling in doing righteous deeds, etc., right? But there are other things. There are physical preparations as well, like writing our will. Everybody in here, including myself, needs to have a will. Everybody. I ain't got no money, so write your will, man. Alright? People think a will is only if you have wealth. La! You have no idea what may go on. Get yourself a will, get it notarized, alright? The right people have it, so when you die, you never know. You might die, may Allah protect us, on the highway, doing hajj, or wherever you might be. Somebody got your legal document. Don't nobody touch that. Don't touch her. Nope. Get away from me. We got it. We got this. You take care of it. You clean. You pray. You bury. Done. Or maybe you got something. All right? Maybe you got something. Maybe you got some books or something you want to give away. Write it down. Put it in writing. I bequeath my books to IOK or to whomever, okay? So somebody will continue to have it. Instead of just being there and collecting dust, somebody else will benefit from it, وهكذا, etc. Y'all getting this? You with me? طيب. فالواجب على المؤمن الاستعداد للموت. Yes?
وما بعده في حال الصحة
All right, very good. So it's obligatory upon a believer to prepare for death and after, and what occurs afterwards. During that person's healthy time period, during that person's time of health, because death is a disease. Right now, Mu'adhi, what are you in your 20s and your 30s, approximately? You're a pretty healthy dude, mashallah. Yeah? Okay, mashallah. Everybody here, inshallah, we're all healthy. Alhamdulillah. I believe people here who are listening probably healthy too, inshallah ta'ala. This is our opportunity to do righteous deeds. This is what the sentence is saying. Al-isti'dad lil-maut wa ba'dahu fi hal as-sihhati. Preparing ourselves for death and what's after that during our healthy time period, bit-taqwa, by having taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wal a'mal as-salihah, and doing righteous deeds. So preparation of death here, we're talking about here in this sentence, a spiritual preparation, if you will. The preparation of while we're healthy right now, because all of us, alhamdulillah, are healthy, to do righteous deeds and to have taqwa of Allah, obviously. And we all know what those things are. At the very least, doing the things that we're supposed to do. Getting up for Salat al-Fajr. Alright, khalas, you ain't got to fast anymore, mashallah. Ain't nobody telling you to fast Ramadan. Okay, Tayyib, I get you. You know, as somebody said one time, getting up to eat suhoor is a sign you can get up and pray Salat al-Fajr. Sahih, that's true. Alright? Anyway, I mean, you know, we're all healthy and everything. Get up and pray your salat on time, and you know, give some sadaqah, give $1, whatever you can give. You know, fast some days, read some more Quran. You know, read books of knowledge. Think about the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Read the books of seerah, tafsir. Y'all get the idea. And practice what you learn. And what? Most importantly, practice what you learn. Don't collect the books. Practice the books. Feel me? نعم أيوة قال الله عز وجل
قال الله عز وجل يا أيها الذين آمنوا
اتقوا الله
الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله إن الله
خبير بما تعملون. طيب, Allah says in the first believers have taqwa of Allah, beware of Allah Ta'ala. وَلْتَنْظُرْ نَفْسٌ مَا قَدَّمَتْ لِغَدٍ. Let every soul look at what they present for tomorrow. You can find it in Surah Al-Hashr, ayah 18, 19. Don't write no translation down because it's already in your translation right there. I'm just saying it. Alright? Let every soul consider or think about or ponder what they're going to present for tomorrow. This ayah shows what? Al-isti'dad lil-maut ma ba'dahu. Preparation of death, or for death and afterwards. That's why we have the ayah there. Tamam? Alright. Why? Because Allah Ta'ala, Inna Allah Khabir, is most aware of what you do. What's the rest of the ayah? What's the next ayah say, Maryam? And don't be like those people who have forgotten Allah, and as a result Allah has made them forget about their own souls. These people are evil people. Sallallahu salam wa al-afiyah. Allah musta'an. Amen. So this ayah, or these two verses of the Quran, if you will, use this as your guide to think about, the fact that the greatest hardship that every person experiences is death, whether it be a so-called natural death, as people like to say, or some surprising death, or whatever the case may be. But nevertheless, we should always be prepared for our return to Allah Azza wa Jal. طيب, let's continue. Next page. Yo. Actually, we're going to stop here, inshallah. That's enough for today.
Do you translate fasid?
Do you have a translation of the Quran? What's it say?
For these verses?
Yeah.
You who believe, be mindful of God, and let every soul consider carefully what it sends ahead for tomorrow. Be mindful of God, for God is well aware of everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
Do not be like those who forget God, so God causes them to forget their own souls. They are the rebellious ones.
Al-fasiq is a rebellious or evil person.
It's like, is like another one, like someone who spreads corruption?
Excuse me?
Is like another translation, someone who spreads corruption? Is that a different word?
Someone who spreads corruption is a mufsid. Mufsid, someone who causes. That's someone who spreads corruption. وَلَا تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ بَعْدَ إِصْلَاحِهَا. Do not commit what? Corruption in the earth. Don't spread corruption after it's been rectified. We need. I never forget that. Before I left to go to Mecca, this old school brother, may Allah bless him, mashallah, mashallah. He and I were talking one night. It was part of our sunnah, specifically during Ramadan. That's when we started the sunnah. The sunnah of going to Starbucks, I think it was Starbucks, yeah, and getting some hot cocoa. All right, that was way back when Ramadan was in the wintertime. All right, so we had some hot cocoa with whipped cream. And, he used to live in Mecca. He came back, mashallah, and we was just talking. He was telling me, he was preparing me for my journey to go to Mecca to study. He said, "Let me tell you something, brother. Mecca's a beautiful place, mashallah. Learn from the ulama. Go to the haram, mind your business. Keep, go to the jamia, the university. Go to the haram, learn from the ulama. Make sure that that you really focus on, you strengthen, you get your Arabic language down, get it down, get the Quran down, You know what I'm saying?" And he said, the Muslims though, you gotta understand, some of the Muslims, they're not grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They're not grateful. And then he said, even though Allah said, وَلَا تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ بَعْدَ إِصْلَاحِهَا. I'll never forget that conversation. That's why I use that example. SubhanAllah. No. So, al-fasiq is someone who is rebellious. You see, if Allah tells you to do something and you say no, or you just not literally say no, but you just disobey, you run the risk of becoming a fasiq. For example, in Islamic thought, a Muslim who has committed any form of zina, a Muslim who's performed any form of zina, for example, may Allah protect us, is a fasiq. Alrighty? Obviously, we wouldn't know that unless they tell us, but let's say that we did know. وَلِعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. This person's a fasiq. Alright? When a person has lied, with respect to a court situation, for example, whether it be for divorce or some criminal case, whatever, this person is a fasiq. A rebellious person. Alright? Al-mufsid, that's how you spell it. Look at meme, fa. Al-mufsid is someone who spreads corruption. Alright? So that's different than a fasiq. Is it possible to say that a mufsid is a fasiq? Yep, it's possible. Absolutely. Why do you say that? Because Allah has commanded us not to commit fasad. And you're doing fasad. So you are rebelling against Allah Ta'ala. So you're a fasiq. See that? No. All right. Yes, Mu'adh. Did you have something?
I was just going to ask, what does it mean? What does Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala mean when it says, so God causes them to forget their own souls?
Allahu Akbar. By the way, you had something to present to me, didn't you?
I'm waiting.
All right, alhamdulillah. Just like Brother Najib. Next class, you answer that question. The question again was, so how does Allah cause people to forget their own souls? Well, we're going to find out from Brother Mu'adh on Monday, inshallah. Hey, Yakhi, what you got? Well, first of all, what did I ask you to do?
The question I had on Monday was, so it was going back to the homework. The homework was find Hafid al-Yahfazu in the Quran and see how it relates to Hadith 19.
Beautiful.
Then I asked the question regarding to Surah Shura, Ayah 6, which is وَالَّذِينَ اتَّخَذُوا مِن دُونِهِ أَوْلِيَاءَ اللَّهُ حَفِيظٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَمَا أَنْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ بِوَكِيلٍ. The translation here on Quran Hive says, as for those who take protectors other than him, God is watching them. You are not responsible for them.
Okay.
So the translation they have for Hafid says guardian, then they use as watching. And in the Tafheemul Quran, it says Allah is watching over them and seeing whatever they are doing and is recording their conduct. It is His responsibility to call them to account and punish them. So the question still, it makes sense, but why is the word Hafid translated differently here?
Okay, so we have, I suspect, Wallahu Alam, that Hafid here in this ayah may mean guardian, but it's called, but how they translate is watching.
Watching over them.
Well, let's think about it for a minute. If you're a guardian, aren't you watching over people? Is that possible? Absolutely. And specifically in this particular context, because I think that plays a very important role. The context of the ayah is referring to the mushrikun. Huh? Is that right?
Yeah, people who don't.
Right.
Accept.
Yeah, people who take partners other than people who take partners instead of taking Allah Azza wa Jal as their means of worship. Allah watches them. Allah watches what they do. وَمَا أَنْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ بِوَكِيلٍ. You're not responsible for them. I got them. I'll take care of them. So it's like a threat too. That's in Mecca, but that surah is in Mecca. Yeah, that's a Meccan surah. Yeah, so one thing as well is that the Prophet ﷺ was reminded by Allah Ta'ala. It's not your responsibility to watch what they do or be concerned about what they do. Your concern is to call them. But the Hafidh part is the fact that Allah watches everything that they do with respect to how they worship, what they say, what they do, how they deal with Muslims as well. Because part of their problem was their conduct with how they treated Muslims during that time period, on the strength of their theology or their aqidah. So all that plays a role.
Does this have any is it related to Hafidullah Yahfadka?
That's a great question. Well, I would say I think possibly. I think so. Although we have here that Allah Ta'ala says in the hadith, of course, protect, preserve Allah Azza wa Jal, and Allah Ta'ala will protect, preserve you, or guard you, if you will. I think that we could also possibly make the argument that with respect to our actions as well, right? That Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, just like He watches, if you will, the actions of the mushrikun, He watches what we do as well. And of course He has recorded everything that we do as well. So it will be intelligent for the Muslim to do their best to uphold the rights of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala and His boundaries properly, so as when we stand in front of Allah Azza wa Jal, the actions that have been recorded are for us and not against us. That's a possible way of looking at it, and Allah Ta'ala knows best. Great question, mashallah. Thank you for the homework. Jazakallahu khairan. Please hold on to it, so when I give you extra credit, inshallah, I'll keep it in mind. Tayyib. Anything else? I got something else for you. Ain't got nothing to do with this right here. Y'all can take a breath. Woo! That was a marathon today. Nah, it was okay, alhamdulillah. Alrighty. Today is June 19th, called by some Juneteenth. You ever heard that before? Juneteenth? No? Juneteenth. Alright. Juneteenth is a celebration of the following. Y'all have heard of the Emancipation Proclamation by Abraham Lincoln, wherein he made the proclamation that slaves were going to be are free, right? Tayyib. There was a civil war and everything, right? Beautiful. Well, after the Emancipation Proclamation took place, there was one state, the state of Texas, that continuously had slaves 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation took place. In other words, there was still a civil war taking place in Texas, even though Lincoln signed this law or this proclamation that slavery is now abolished everywhere. So on June 19th, 2 years after the proclamation, which was 1867, I believe it was, the Union Army that entered into Galveston, Texas, which is right outside Houston, I believe it was, made the announcement that that there is a proclamation that the African slaves are no longer slaves. Happened on June 19th, and that was the official last day of slavery in the United States of America. Hence called Juneteenth. It used to be called Jubilee Day. Jubilee means to be very, very happy. And so Juneteenth is considered to be the second day of independence, if you will, in the United States of America. 41 states celebrated. 41 states celebrated, yes, including Texas itself, of all places. 41 states out of the 50 celebrated. It's not a national holiday or a federal holiday or something of that nature. It's kind of like a Columbus Day, if you will, of sorts. Take it, you don't take it, or whatever. But, you know, I wanted to call that to your attention because as a person of African descent, that day is very, very significant for people like myself. And that is your history for today. Yes?
Recently, someone brought to light the Civil War documentary that's out there, the Ken Burns one. Would you recommend that, or?
You listen to podcasts? Let me find a podcast for you that I think that's better than Ken Burns' documentary, if you're into podcasts. Okay? Let me dig it up for you, inshallah. Okay. Tayyib. All right. I don't have anything else for you today. You have no homework. Alhamdulillah, no homework. Allahu Akbar. Jazakallahu khairan, Sheikh. What's wrong with you, man? You all right? I'm okay. I want you to read. I want you to review. I want you to what? Review what we went over today. And I want you to read the next passage, which is قوله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا سألت فاسأل الله وإذا استعنت فاستعن بالله. I want you to read that passage and also the next passage, which is قوله صلى الله عليه وسلم وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ الْأُمَّةَ لَوْ اجْتَمَعَتْ عَلَىٰ أَنْ يَنْفَعُوكَ, until the end of that. Okay? So please read those two passages for next week, inshallah ta'ala. Please read those passages for next week, inshallah. I have done my best to make sure that I have the markings, the verbal, the tashkil, what do you call that stuff? The diacritical markings on the letters for you to make it easier for you to try to read. Okay? Alrighty. So, you know, you don't have any homework. Relax. Alright, relax. Review. Okay? And, yes.
Sheikh, I just want to say that this was really helpful today. The pace was doable.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. I appreciate that.
The written document really helped.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair. Appreciate it. Alhamdulillah. Alright. If you don't have anything else. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to say it again. For those of you who are concerned about your Arabic and this, that, and the third, and da-da-da-da, don't worry about it, okay? Just keep trying. So long as you understand, even if we're talking English, so long as you get the gist of the information that we're talking about, you're going to be just fine. I specifically, though, encourage everybody anytime I bring an ayah or a hadith connected to what we're explaining, really pay attention to that, okay? That really, because that sort of is a connection there. Excuse me, there's a connection there to what I'm doing. Like the one, man sarrahu an yastajiba lahu fi shada'id falyukthir ad-du'a. I mean, that's a very important hadith. Alrighty? For example. Or this one right here, you know, ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullah wa tanzur nafsun ma qaddamat lighad, until the end of that. Like any ayat and hadith that sort of expounds upon what we're studying, really, really lock into that, pay attention to that, okay? If you don't get nothing else, get that. And I would also encourage for the weaker students to be annoying and talk to the stronger students. I did that. Alrighty? Don't be afraid to ask, hey, mashallah. For example, I'm using Yah for example. Or Muna, for example. I don't know. It could be weak. I don't know. Look, I don't understand that. What that say again? Okay, Jazakallah, I appreciate that. Don't worry about it. Ask. You gotta work together. This is not a competition. Not a competition. Alright? Work together. Okay? Alright, that's all I have. Jazakallah khairan. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.
But yeah, those are the big.
They said yes. Really? Yeah, inshallah. I'll send plan. Inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
Barakallah fik, ya Shaykh. Alhamdulillah. Thanks for coming.
No, Jazakallah for teaching me.
Alhamdulillah. السلام عليكم.
say this is 19. How do you say 19? التاسعة عشر.
التاسعة I believe or التاسعة. I'm not sure what the ayin is.
التاسعة عشرة.
Again,
Okay.
it might be the because it's mudaf ilayhi, no?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sort of
what I
thinking,
thought.
but we can ask Sheikh Bidna. Yeah, let me just look at your tools. Maybe it's
19th. Yeah.
It's kind of funny we're covering Hadith 19 and 19.
Sorry. Oh, on the 19th. That's true. Nothing.
I think it's still on the Arabic, yeah.
It says 1 to 9.
What?
By 10. Okay, they have 10. So they have 11. I think that's right.
Yeah, it is right. That's great. Maybe because it's two words in Arabic.
Maybe, yeah. So the answer is 9, 8, 13.
Maybe it's different.
Yeah.
I think if you ask me like that. Maryam, how did you say 19?
In Arabic?
No, for this, like, for the
Yeah.
the title was Hadithat. That's
التاسعة
التاسعة
عشرة.
التاسعة عشرة.
Do you have a twin sister?
We have a sister that looks like me.
Oh my
She's not
gosh, she
actually-
looks so much like you.
You saw her
I was
on
like,
Saturday?
What is Najib doing in the prayer book?
It's funny. I'll let her know that. Yeah, she looks a lot like me. She's young. She's younger. No, she's younger than me.
Younger.
Maz, can you go deliver this?
Yes. Assalamualaikum.
Is the screen on today or off?
On.
No problem with this. You can't tell if it's on or off.
Yeah.
So annoying.
I have a request from Fatima to hold off the quiz 5 minutes until she gets here.
Oh, she has not been here.
No, she's coming.
She's coming. Wallahi, I forgot there was a quiz, but Jazakallah khair for reminding me.
She sent it. She sent it, and I said I would do it. I said no one
I
blamed me.
completely forgot. Like, and then today in the morning when I walked to third grade, I forgot the book in my class.
Oh really?
So then when I was walking into class right now, I went to I was like, should I go get it? I was like, you know what? Today we'll do some other Arabic stuff. I won't even use the book like that. But Jazakallah khair.
But you guys don't point the finger at me, guys.
Oh, really?
I used to write these cards, and it got so tedious. I ended up having like hundreds of them cards. You know, if you cut it out, I started doing that, but it would take so much time. Like I would take another card and I would put it in fours.
Oh really?
Yeah, and then I would like
Yeah.
and I get the ones that are completely blank, and so I have to write like really tiny on it. It would take so much time.
It's so confusing for some
That
reason.
feels
I didn't put
Oh, having the
yes,
physical.
it's
nice,
written,
yeah.
others are not to me. So
It's better.
I'm thinking about doing
it's not to me.
like trying to get it on doing it on Quizlet
Wait,
and then
I didn't even
printing them
notice that.
out
Yeah,
on
that's the
note cards.
problem.
A notepad paper.
Yeah.
Oh, see, it's not
Don't
uploaded.
you have to have
Or just like on like
I
like
have
paper
writing
paper or something like that, like
Yeah.
similar to note cards.
Writing
You just
cards,
cut it
stock
out.
or something.
Yeah.
And what else?
Actually,
Yeah, sukamatu. It's not on.
Yeah, you can buy card stock. I don't know if it prints on a normal printer though.
yeah, I
Oh
always
really?
have
It
that.
probably
This is so
will.
weird, right?
This will be like perfect.
No.
Like,
Yeah,
So
it is.
that's
It'll
it,
work.
that,
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the Quran? Oh, okay.
So,
Because I was like, this sounds really Khalilun should be Khulai. Khulai.
It's like these are words I know.
Yeah.
But
Think sick and strong.
so you know that they're somewhere.
The rest of the
So you can't access them, you know.
like half of them I think are words from the story of Yusuf. Ibrahim.
Like yeah,
That
we've
is
heard
right.
them. Yeah, like we've heard all these
Some
words.
reason.
Yeah.
I was reading all and I started looking for the chapter. I was like, wait a minute, these are all. Kawkabur Yusuf.
So, your job is to collect the sheets, okay?
me?
Yeah. For the trip. In my room. I don't have a sheet. You bring the sheets.
You know, I'm going with my sister.
No? They changed it. So, go my home.
I think Salah time.
That's it?
Because my sister has to go to something beforehand and come to the retreat late. So,
Why don't you just come with us? We'll go with them. Why don't you just come with us? Do you have to leave with her?
She's here. Alhamdulillah.
Then just come with us. You can go back with her.
I wanted to ask, maybe I should ask with class thoughts, but the difference between Nasrum and Nasrum, the plural of people.
Nas is a singular word. Unas is
believe, a plural of nas.
Like groups of people.
No, it's just, I believe, if I remember correctly, just used to refer to more people.
So what would nas?
Nas is very general, like mankind, humanity.
So nas is inclusive of everything, and unasu is like 20 people. Ishdin and unasu.
So if you say like a huge group, like, you know, that's like when us and then people are like a few, like,
Yeah, if I
like
remember
a few
correctly.
collective.
Yeah, a few would be unas. But they could also be referred to as nas. But generally nas is humanity, mankind. You guys ready? No? Fatima's here. We waited for her. It's done. Yeah? Fatima, when I got to class, Najib said to wait for you for the quiz. So I told Najib that I had completely forgotten. Just, huh?
About the quiz?
Yeah.
Oh.
I had completely slipped my mind. So,
Possible it can slip.
Huh?
in.
He says want the quiz.
seems like you wanted it too.
I'm motivated by that.
Huh?
I'm motivated by that.
Oh, okay.
To learn me. Because it's like you're here. Would you accept half of the page? Because this is going to be a waste, so I'm going to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or
Yeah, how do you have
kind of do the old strict.
Jade, you guys ready? The plural of strong. Number 2, punishment. And number 3, punishment. Please use different words. 2 and 3 are both punishment, different words. Four is the plural of soul or self or person. After that, the word for sick. singular. And don't write maridun. Number 5. 6. The plural of master or deity. فرق بين ناس وناس.
Are there
Wait,
two words
master
for
or
that?
deity? Wait, deity?
There were two words, right?
Yeah.
One was master and one was deity.
One was Lord. Are you talking about Lord or deity?
One was Lord and deity, and one was master.
Master deity. There was one for God and deity. There was one for master. Okay, خلاص. Master. Master.
Okay.
Plural of master. And make the next one the plural of deity.
We do that?
Yeah. The plural. The next one is the plural of close friend. And then the plural of enemy. The singular of emotional heart or intellect.
Singular.
The singular. The next one, what number, Maryam? Huh? 11. Safe, secure, or intact. Twelve is cloud. Uh, 13, the plural of truth, right, or privilege. .14 is stars, plural, stars. And 15 is the plural of nation. The plural of nation. Group of people or nation. That was 15, correct?
Yeah.
Just quickly, Maryam, go over them in English. What was 1?
Plural of strong.
Plural of strong. Jayyid. Number 2 was?
Punishment.
Punishment. 3 was?
Punishment, retribution.
So 2 and 3, 2 different words for punishment. Whatever order you use them in, it's fine, but just different words. 4 was?
Plural of self.
Plural of self. 5?
Singular of sick.
Singular of sick, and don't write maridun. 6 was?
Plural of master.
Plural of master. 7 was?
Plural of deity.
Plural of deity. Okay. 8.
Plural of close friend.
Plural of close friend. Good. 9.
Plural of enemy.
Plural of enemy. 10.
Singular of emotional heart.
Emotional heart or intellect. 11.
Safe, secure, complete.
Safe, secure. Okay. 12.
Cloud.
Cloud. 1 cloud. 12.
Plural of right, privilege, truth.
Plural of right, privilege, or truth. 13.
Stars.
13 was stars, plural. 14.
That was 14.
So 15.
Nations.
Nations. Okay. Mona, what was number 1?
Wait, for the
Yes, wait. Huh?
nations, what do you mean nations or mankind?
Nations.
Nations.
Group of peoples, nations.
Oh, okay, never mind. Give me a second.
Huh?
12.
12, Maryam?
Cloud.
Cloud. 1 cloud.
Okay, I'm showing now.
Okay. Mona, number 1 was, what was the answer? أقوياء. Right, 1 ضمة. 1 ضمة. أقوياء ممنوع من الصرف. أقوياء. Number 2, Fatima.
عذاب.
عذاب. And number 3, Fatima.
عقاب.
عقاب. So any order. عذاب or عقاب. 4, Maryam.
نفوس.
Huh?
نفوس.
نفوس. Good. 5, Najib.
سقيم.
سقيم. Good. Hassan, 6.
أرباب.
أرباب. Good. 7, Maz.
آلهة.
آلهة.
لام ها تا connected.
Huh?
Is lam ha and ta connected?
Yes. لام ها and ta مربوطة
Is it a
connected.
small ha?
Yeah. Light ha. Light.
Soft ha?
Yes, soft. Yeah. Yeah. 8, Mona. No. أخلاء. أخلاء. Huh? No, it's fine. But
Wait, it says أخلاء in there? No, it says أخلاء.
on. الأخلاء. أفي. 1 second. أقوياء. أخلاء. أخلاء. Yeah, أخلاء. On is right. On is right. The next one, Maryam.
أعداء.
أعداء. Good. أعداء. 10, Fatima.
Number 10 is
فؤاد.
فؤاد.
Good. Najib. 11.
سالم.
Salim. Good. 12, Hassan.
غيم.
غيم. Good. Or غيوم is the plural. The next one, Maz. حقوق. Yeah. Mona, 13.
كواكب.
كواكب. Good.
It's in.
Huh?
Why not كواكب? It's not one.
This is ممنوع من الصرف. مفاعل. كواكب. مفاعل.
Was that the only one that's like that we just said?
أقوياء. Did we do أقوياء? Yeah.
Also one.
The next one, Najib.
I don't.
This is 14, right?
It's 15.
I wrote أقوام.
Okay. أقوام.
Yeah.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
13 you said
I thought it was unasa, no? That's people.
It's people.
So what's the answer?
أقوام. يعني if you wrote أناس, it's fine. But yeah. If you wrote أناس, it's fine.
what does حقيق mean?
Huh?
حقيق?
Are you talking about the word حقوق?
Yeah, but does what I said, is that a word?
No.
Yeah.
It is. What does that mean?
حقيق.
Yeah.
Not حقيق. حقيق like حقيقية. Like that's a word.
Like truthful?
No, حقيقية is like real. Huh?
Reality.
Reality would also work. So it could be true, it could be reality. Right? Going back to your question, Najib, about Nas and Unas, right? They say that An-Nas is, some say it's the Jam' of Insan. Some scholars of the Arabic language, they say it's the plural of Insan, right? And they say Unas is Majmu'atun min An-Nas, like it's a group from An-Nas, right? So Allah says, for example, يَوْمَ نَدْعُو كُلَّ أُنَاسٍ بِإِمَامِهِمْ, on the day that we will call every unas بِإِمَامِهِمْ, like we will call every group of people with their imam at their head, right? So like al-unas is majmu'atun min an-nas, it's a group of, it's like it's a smaller group from the nas. So a more general term is nas, right? It's a'am, it's more general.
How's that plural though?
How's what plural?
Unas, if it's a segment of.
No, we said an-nas is a plural.
What does it say? I think it says like.
It calls it a plural, like it's the word pluralized, right?
Okay.
But in meaning, there's a few different opinions. What's the difference between nas and unas, right? But unas seems to be, although it's the word pluralized, it means something different. Because nas has a plural meaning, but it's a singular word.
Plural meaning.
Nas has a plural meaning, but it's a singular word. Just like, kind of like nisa'un, right? Nisa'un is a singular word with a plural meaning, right? So we say imra'atun, the plural is nisa'un.
Since the plural, nas is the plural of insan?
Yes, some say that nas is the plural of insan. Where did it go? I wanted to do this with you guys today. Let's see how you guys fare. Where did it go?
Which book is this one?
Which book is this one?
Is this tafsir?
Yeah. But like y'all haven't done this yet.
Oh, did you guys do this last year? Tafsir?
But this is higher up.
Oh, mashallah.
So let's do this. Let's
This is from Durus min al-Quran al-Karim. What page? Oh.
no, you don't have
Line up,
this.
line up, yeah.
You don't have this. You don't have this.
Really?
So this is thank you.
That's quiz 1 and 2, right? For me.
Huh?
Quiz 1 and 2.
Inshallah.
Oh, check about quiz 1. I think I forgot to write my name on it.
Not far.
Is there like something in the no? Is this me? Is this me?
You need a cough drop.
No, I don't know, gotcha. I'm good. Okay. Let's do this. It's gonna make your life easier. Because I'm gonna have you read from the screen. Take out like a phone that has a Quran app on it and pull up a translation of Surah Al-Mutaffifin.
What number is that?
That is 83. Everyone good? Yes? Some type of Quran app with some type of translation? Yes? Okay. You guys know how this works. They have ma'ani al-kalimat and then they do basically the entire tafsir, right? So they break down Surah Al-Mutaffifin into 3 parts, okay? Start. Mona, ma'ani al-kalimat. Waylun means halakun. What does halakun mean?
Like
Destroyed, destruction, right? Or as they translate it in English, woe to. Good. Next word, Maryam.
المطففين جمع مطفف وهو الذي ينقص الكيل أو الوزن.
Now, if you connected awil wazna, awil wazna. Once again, al-mutaffifin is jam'u mutaffif. It's the plural of mutaffif. وهو الذي ينقص الكيل أو الوزن. What do you understand from that, Maryam?
وهو الذي ينقص it's ناقص.
So وهو الذي. Let's start with وهو الذي.
And it is the one which
ينقص الكيل أو الوزن.
كيل, I don't know what that is.
Okay. كيل أو الوزن, weight or measure.
It
Okay.
doesn't-
وهو الذي ينقص الكيل أو الوزن. فاطمة.
Is it like they? Well, I know what it means, but I don't know what it means. It's like the people who don't, they give less than the measure, right?
So they ينقص, they make it ناقص, they decrease, right? So جمع مطفف, it's the plural of مطفف, and what is a مطفف? It's وهو الذي, it's the one ينقص الكيل أو الوزن, that decreases the weight or the measure. فهمتم? Yes. Fatima, next word.
اكتالوا على الناس أخذوا
Mm-hmm.
شيئا من الناس.
Do the next word as well.
يستوفون is يأخذونه كاملا.
Okay, so the surah goes ويل للمطففين الذين إذا اكتالوا على الناس يستوفون. So الذين, so this is a description of مطففين. الذين إذا اكتالوا على الناس. means, what does اكتالوا على الناس means? أخذوا شيئا من الناس, which means
Like when they take something from the
يستوفون
people.
يأخذونه كاملا.
They take it completely.
They-
They take full measure.
They take full measure. They take, right, every single grain. Right? Good. Ahmed, the next one. This is another description now of them, right?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. وإذا كالوهم أو وزنوهم وإذا باعوا الناس شيئا بالكيل أو الوزن أو اشتروا منهم.
So the next verse is وَإِذَا كَالُوهُمْ أَوْ وَزَنُوهُم, and the description or the meaning is وَإِذَا بَاعُوا النَّاسَ شَيْئًا بِالْكَيْلِ أَوِ الْوَزْنِ أَوِ اشْتَرَوْا مِنْهُم. What does that mean?
وإذا باعوا الناس, and when they sell to people things
Uh-huh.
with weight or measure,
Uh-huh.
اشتروا منهم, يعني they gain more from them.
لا اشتروا
So they
منهم, like
purchase from them?
they purchase from them. What do they do? What's the next?
يخسرون ينقصون الكيل والوزن, so they reduce the weight and measure.
نعم. Okay, so we said وَيْلٌ لِلْمُطَفِّفِينَ, woe to the مطفف. الذين إذا اكتالوا على الناس يستوفون, they are the ones when they take from the people, they take in full. وَإِذَا كَالُوهُمْ أَوْ وَزَنُوهُم, but when they sell to the people in weight or measure, يُخْسِرُون, they decrease. يُخْسِرُون comes from what verb? What's the ماضي? Muna? Huh? Well, what's the ماضي? Good, you're right, but what's خسر means to lose or to fail, right? But يخسر, specifically the ماضي of it is? No. Fatima? يخسر. أخسر. أخسر. أخسر يخسر, right? As opposed to خسر. Yes. Next one, Najib.
Wait, hold on. What would the difference be though?
خسر means to lose,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
أخسر means to cause someone loss.
So خسر.
So
Right.
the mudari of
And
khasira
خسر is also used in terms of like someone lost a match, right?
So khasira yukhsiru.
لا
Khasira
يخسر.
yakhsaru.
نعم.
And
أخسر يخسر. If a verb is 3 letters like خسر, the mudari will never start with a dhamma, right? Never, unless you're making it passive, right? But it will never ever start with a dhamma. يخسرون, you read يخسرون, Ahmed? Right?
Yeah.
ينقصون الكيل والوزن, they cause a decrease. What verb does ينقص come from, Fatima? What's the ماضي?
yunqisu
Yeah.
then come from anqasa.
أنقص, once again, to cause a decrease, to cause a loss, to cause a deficiency, right? Najib, the next one.
يظن أولئك أنهم مبعوثون ألا يعلم أولئك
مطففون
المطففون أن الله
سيبعثهم. نعم. ألا يظن أولئك أنهم مبعوثون ألا يعلم أولئك المطففون أن الله سيبعثهم. What do you understand from that, Najib?
From the
From ألا يعلم أولئك,
they not think those who give short measure that Allah will do the same to them.
no, أن الله سيبعثهم. مريم?
I think they're talking about يبعث. Doesn't that mean resurrection?
Yeah, so Allah will
Resurrect them?
resurrect them. Resurrection is called ba'ath, right? So ألا يعلم, don't they recognize, don't they know who أولئك المطففون? Don't those مطففون know أن الله, that indeed Allah سيبعثهم, will resurrect them. The scene is for future tense, right? سيبعثهم. What is the verse? ألا يظن أولئك أنهم مبعوثون. That don't those, meaning أولئك, don't those people know or realize أنهم, that they will be مبعوثون. What's مبعوثون mean?
Those who will be resurrected.
Yeah, so what's like, where has Huh?
بعث يبعث.
Good. بعث يبعث. So what's the pattern? Like how did they construct the word مبعوثون? Huh? It's maf'ul, right? You got the word بعث يبعث, which means to resurrect, right? Like بعثهم الله or سيبعثهم الله. So they will be مبعوث. Like one person.
Where is the future coming from? In the ayah, there's nothing to indicate future.
Because it's understood. It's inferred because it's
Like
known.
technically, grammatically, the sentence is just saying that they are the.
Technically, grammatically, no, right? But it's just inferred in meaning, right? So ألا يظن أولئك أنهم مبعوثون. That don't those people realize that they will be resurrected? Najib, read the next one as well.
Okay, hold on, I have another question.
Go ahead.
مبعوثون is
Uh-huh.
the khabar of inna.
Over here, you're asking a grammatical question. Yes, مبعوثون is the khabar of أن. أن.
Anna. So shouldn't it be mansub?
No.
No, مرفوع.
The ism of inna.
The
Anna
ism
is
of inna is mansub. The khabar of أن is مرفوع.
So it's fine then.
It's fine. Najib, next one.
يوم عظيم يوم القيامة.
So, what's يوم القيامة? Right, the day of judgment, right? So Allah says that don't those people realize that they will be resurrected. When? Or for what? ليوم عظيم, for a great day. Okay? Hassan, read.
الفجارة
Al-Fujjaru.
الفجار
So what's the next verse first of all?
اليوم العظيم يوم يقوم الناس لرب العالمين.
يوم يقوم الناس لرب العالمين. They skipped that verse because the words are pretty self-explanatory. يوم يقوم الناس لرب العالمين. So what is this great day?
The day where
يوم يقوم الناس, the day that mankind will stand لرب العالمين, before or for, in front of the Lord of the worlds. What's the next verse, Ahmed? كلا إن كتاب الفجار لفي سجين. Okay, so this is what this is talking about. Al-Fujjar. Read Hassan.
جمع فاجر
Uh-huh.
وهو المذنب ذنبا كبيرا.
نعم. Al-Fujjar is جمع فاجر. It's the plural of it's the singular of Fajr is the plural of Fajr is the singular of Fujjar. وهو المذنب ذنبا كبيرا, which means
They have committed a big sin.
a big sin. What's a different word that you took for sinner? You took mudhnib and there's another word. Before, previously. Lisan al-Quran, it comes up. I know. Huh? Ithm is sin. What's the sinner? Athimun. Athimun. It's going to come up later. Okay. So al-Fujjar jam'u fajir wa huwa al-mudhnibu dhanban kabiran. Created a great sin. Committed a great sin. Okay, now this is the verse, right? Read Hassan.
كلا إن كتاب الفجار حقا إن كتاب أعمال الفجار
Keep reading. The next one.
لفي سجين وما أدراك ما سجين
Istifhamun.
استفهام للتعظيم.
Keep reading the next one. We're going to explain all of this.
سجين كتاب تكتب فيه الملائكة أعمال أهل الشر
كالشياطين
والكفرة والفسقة من الجن والإنس وهو في مكان نازل.
Good. Okay. So the verse was كلا إن كتاب الفجار لفي سجين. Right? So he takes it one step at a time. كلا إن كتاب الفجار حقا. What does حقا mean?
Like truthfully.
Like truthfully, without a doubt. إن كتاب أعمال الفجار. Indeed, the
Deeds for the Fujjar.
the book of the actions or the deeds of the Fujjar. Lafi Sijjin, right? Lafi Sijjin. It will be in Sijjin. And he's going to explain what Sijjin is, right? But indeed, the book of the actions of the Fujjar will be in Sijjin. Wama adraka ma Sijjin, right? This is a question. This is a question. Right? Right? Wama adraka. Right? This comes up a lot in the Quran. Wama adraka. You know when someone asks you a question, you say, I don't know. What is one of the ways of saying I don't know?
What is one of the ways of
Saying I don't know. When I ask you a question, you say I don't know.
I don't know what that.
Huh? لا أدري.
Oh,
You could say لا أعرف, I don't know. Or you could say لا أدري. لا أدري means I don't know. Okay? So وما أدراك means what will make you know. What will make you know. The kaf, وأدراك, is you. So what will make you know? وما أدراك وما أدراك ما سجين. Like what will make you know what sijjin is? It's a question, correct? He says, istifhamun litta'zim. Fatima, what do you understand from that?
It's a question.
Uh-huh.
With of greatness.
Importance. Yeah,
You're on the right track, but like in English, what we like, what's Allah trying to do when He says "Wama adraka ma sijjin"?
Higher question?
No, he's trying.
Rhetorical question, is it?
No, he's trying to like.
Okay, it is a rhetorical question, but yeah, where are you going?
But trying to like show like what is gonna make
The gravity of, right? Istifhamul litta'zim. He's like, it's a big question. Like the reason the question is asked is to make it seem like it's a big thing, right? That's what istifhamul litta'zim means.
And ta'zim is, what does that mean, question?
Ta'zim means like, ta'zim can mean a number of things. For example, it can mean glorification, it can mean veneration, right? But azzama means to make something great. So it's a question to make something great, to show the gravity of it.
And
Istifhamun means question.
Okay, cool.
Okay, then he says sijjin, because he hasn't properly explained sijjin. So he says, Kalla inna kitab al-abrar, Kalla inna kitab al-fujjar. That without a doubt, reality is that indeed the action, it says kitab al-fujjar, the book of the fujjar. But now we understand it's talking about the book of their actions, right? Will be in sijjin. And then he says, like, what will make you understand what is sijjin? So he says, what is sijjin? So he says, kitabun, first of all, there's a book. تكتب فيه الملائكة, that the angels will write in this book, أعمال أهل الشر, the actions of the evil people, والشياطين, or كالشياطين, أعمال أهل الشر, the actions of the evil beings, كالشياطين, like the shayateen, والكفرة, the disbelievers. Kafara is one of the plurals of kafir, right? والفسقة, what's فسقة? Plural of fasiq. Right? It's one of the plurals of fasiq. Min al-jinni wal-ins. So it's talking about a book in which it will be recorded the actions of the evil beings like the shayateen, the disbelievers, and the fasaqa. وَهُوَ فِي مَكَانٍ نَازِلٍ. Sijjin is مَكَانٍ نَازِلٍ. Like this book is in a low place. This book is in a low place. Some of the scholars of tafsir, they said Sijjin is a valley in the hellfire. Right? But what we definitely know about Sijjin, it's a low place. That this book will be in a low place. Right? Now we'll see the opposite of this later. كَلَّا إِنَّ كِتَابَ الْأَبْرَارِ لَفِي عِلِّيِّينَ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا عِلِّيُّونَ.
Is this the same as like the word prison? It's like sijin?
Yes.
Similar?
Yes. There's a lot of discussion of like what is the meaning of this word amongst the scholars of tafsir, right? But one thing that they kind of all agree upon, that it's a place that is lowered. And then some talk about the relationship between this word and the word sijin, and you know.
So you said their book of deeds will be in that low place?
Yes.
So they mean they're going to be deserving of that low place? Is that what it means? Or I mean,
Like this book, after it has all of their actions, this is where it will be placed.
This is just the location of the book.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
The next verse is Kitabun Marqum. Maryam, read.
كتاب مرقوم مكتوب مسطور مثبت لا يمحى ولا يغير.
Good. So, kitabun. What's kitab mean? It's something that's written. Marqum. What letters can you take from there? Huh? Raqam. So what does raqam mean?
Numbered.
Numbered. Right? So, okay, so he says, so how does he define kitab marqum? He says, maktubun, it's something that's written. Masturun, what's masturun mean? Mona?
I'm not sure.
Any word that's similar that you can derive from masturun? Huh? Yeah, which is what?
The surface? No?
Is it a
line.
line?
Line. Satr, right? Like if I said اكتب في السطر الأول, right on the first line, اكتب في السطر الثاني, right on the second line. So masturun, like not that it's line, but like it's very detailed. فهمتم? Kitabun masturun is a book that's very detailed. It's recorded. Everything has, it's clearly numbered. So maktubun, it's written. Masturun, like clearly numbered. Muthbatun, what's muthbatun mean, Ahmed?
Something that's definite, almost like.
It's fixed.
It's
It's
fixed.
fixed. It's fixed, right? It's ثابت. لا يمحى ولا يغير. لا يمحى ولا يغير. Mona, لا يمحى.
It's not erased or
It's not erased. يمحى is passive. محى يمحو. محى يمحو, to erase. محى. No, with the alif mamduda.
Wait, is that cannot be erased?
لا لا يمحى, like nothing is erased from it.
Oh.
لا يمحى, nothing has been erased from it.
Wait.
So this is passive. لا يمحى, nothing has been erased. ولا يغير, and it hasn't been altered or changed. لا يمحى ولا يغير, it hasn't been erased, right? And it hasn't been altered. Once again, يمحى comes from محى يمحو, to erase. This has been made passive. So لا يمحى ولا يغير. Clear? Yes? So it's a book with a clearly numbered list that's affirmed, that's fixed, that nothing is being removed, nothing has been removed from it, and nothing is being changed from it.
What's the significance of it being passive? Example, something you mentioned, passive.
I'm saying the verb has been made passive. The verb has been made passive, right? The next line, Fatima.
ويل يومئذ للمكذبين عذاب شديد يوم القيامة للمكذبين.
Naam. Waylun, what was the word? Do you remember for waylun at the beginning, the first thing that he said?
Something for destruction.
Yeah, what was that word?
Halakun.
Halakun. So, waylun halakun yawma'idhin, on that day, lilmukaththibina, for the deniers, for the rejectors. So he says, adhabun shadidun, a severe punishment, yawm al-qiyamati, on the day of judgment, lilmukaththibin, for the deniers.
So it's not for the liars.
The liars,
What would the word for liars be?
kathibin.
Kadhibin. And this is
The one who, yeah. This is from the verb kadhaba.
deniers.
Deniers, rejectors.
So it's from.
There is definitely a relationship because the root
right,
is the same.
But the
But
word like kadhab is for. Kadhab means.
kadhab is an exaggerated form of the word kathibun.
So this is kadhab.
No,
Neither of those.
neither.
Kadhibun and kadhab are two different things.
Yeah, kathibun and kadhabun
So
are
what's the
directly.
singular of denier?
Mukaththibun. 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 Mukaththibun.
But then it makes it sound like that's the maf'ul, so that's like who has been lied to.
No, mukaththibun would be the maf'ul.
And this is mukadhibun.
Mukaththibun. The kasra on the dhal, right, separates it from being the fa'il. If it's mukaththibun, it would be the maf'ul.
What's the fi'l again? Madi?
كذب يكذب.
So this is the person who is doing the kadhaba.
Because it has a.
They're doing the denying or the
Right,
rejecting.
Which is kadhaba yukadhib.
No.
Right, like Muslimun, right? Like Muslimun, mukadhib. Same pattern.
No. كذب like فعل. مسلم like أسلم يسلم أفعل يفعل. كذب like علم.
Okay, like mu'allim.
Yes. مكذب معلم. Not that you should put those two together, but
Should we know that it's the fa'il because there's a kasra on the
Yeah,
dal?
yeah.
But if it was the maf'ulun
There'll
bihi,
be
it'd
fatha on the dal. Yeah. Okay. So ويل يومئذ للمكذبين عذاب شديد يوم القيامة للمكذبين, meaning الذين يكذبون. Okay. Mona, next line.
الذين
الذين
يكذبون بيوم الدين.
يكذبون بيوم الدين. What is it that they reject or deny? Continue reading.
الذين لا يؤمنون بيوم القيامة.
They are the ones that don't believe in the day of judgment. الذين لا يؤمنون بيوم القيامة. What's the next verse, Ahmed?
الذين يكذبون بيوم الدين
وما يكذب به إلا كل معتد أثيم. Okay, read Maz. وما يكذب به.
وما يكذب به وما يكذب
بيوم القيامة.
بيوم القيامة.
So وما يكذب به, like no one denies it, or no one rejects it. وما يكذب به, no one rejects it, no one denies it. Yeah, meaning what's it? يوم القيامة. وما يكذب بيوم القيامة, no one denies or no one rejects يوم القيامة إلا, except كل, every person that is معتد أثيم. So what's معتد? يخالف شرع الله. Maryam, what does يخالف شرع الله mean?
Opposer of the Shara is path.
Legislation of Allah. Yeah, yes, one of the Sharia, but opposes the path of Allah, right? Mu'tadin oftentimes gets translated as someone that has transgressed, a transgressor. Right? So no one will deny it, no one will reject it, illa, except kullu mu'tadin, every person that is a transgressor, every person that opposes the Sharia of Allah. The second description that's given to this person is athimun. What was that second word for sinner? Okay, beside mudnibun? Athimun. Athimun is a exaggerated form of athimun. Athimun is an exaggerated form of athimun. Read the definition for athimun, Mona. كثير الذنوب وكثير الإثم. It's a person that basically كثير الذنوب وكثير الإثم, just a lot of sin.
Exaggerated with the addition of the ya.
But just the exaggerated forms used special patterns, right?
Right. So it says lots of sins and lots of sins.
Yeah, it just is being repetitive.
Okay.
Like كثير
Lots and
الذنوب,
lots of sins.
lots and lots of sins, right? So no one will reject the day of judgment إلا كل معتد أثيم. Every person that's a excessive transgressing sinner, right? فهمتم? Okay. The next verse is إذا تتلى عليه آياتنا قال أساطير الأولين. What is a description of this excessively sinning transgressive person? إذا تتلى عليه آياتنا قال أساطير الأولين. إذا تتلى عليه آياتنا, that when our verses are recited onto him, قال, he says, أساطير الأولين. What's أساطير الأولين?
Stories of
Stories of the
the past.
past, tales and fables and this and that. Read the Arabic. Ahmed.
تتلى عليه آياتنا.
Mm-hmm.
تقرأ عليه آيات القرآن الكريم.
تتلى عليه آياتنا means تقرأ عليه آيات القرآن الكريم. That the signs of the verses of the noble Quran are recited onto him. What does أساطير الأولين mean?
الأساطير جمع أسطورة.
نعم.
والأسطورة هي القصة. القصة
المكذوبة.
والخرافات.
So he says أساطير الأولين. He says first of all, so أولين means the people of the past, literally the people that came first, right? From أول, أولين, right? It's been made plural. أساطير. He says the word أساطير is the plural of the word أسطورة. This is the singular now. What is الأسطورة? He says الأسطورة هي القصة المكذوبة. What's القصة المكذوبة, Najib?
I think
A fake story, something that's made up. He says والخرافة. Wal-khurafatu is like a superstition, a fairy tale, right? The meme means mufrad. The meme is there for mufrad. And then he says al-khurafat. Next to it, jim means jam'. Fairy tales, right? So إذا تتلى. So what is the description of this mu'tadin athim? إذا تتلى عليه آياتنا, meaning إذا تقرأ عليه آيات القرآن الكريم, when the verses of the Quran are recited to him. قال, he says أساطير الأولين. These are fables.
All those people who say, oh, those were Sahaba, we can't do that anymore because they were special people. Come into the same thing.
Let's try to keep people in the fold right now.
Because
Keep.
we hear that all the time. That was back in the day, you know. That was old times. That was a different time.
Sorry. What's the next verse? What's the next verse? Mona? What's the next verse? كلا بل ران على قلوبهم ما كانوا يكسبون. Okay? So كلا, rather, like no, like meaning what they're saying is not true. كلا over here is negating that which they have said about the Quran. What does bal mean? Rather. Rana. Rana. What does rana mean, Maryam? What does it say?
It says, nay, rather, what they...
لا لا يا مريم
Oh,
هنا.
okay, sorry.
غطى. What does غطى mean?
Cover?
Cover. Rana, غطى. It can also mean to stain. To cover or to stain.
Stain?
Stain.
Like fabric stain?
Yeah, like fabric stain. Okay? ران على قلوبهم. Fatima, read ران على قلوبهم. غطى قلوبهم. What does that mean, Ahmed?
غطى على قلوبهم, covered over their hearts.
It's covered over their hearts, right? Okay, so that's it. كلا بل ران على قلوبهم. That rather, what has happened, ران على قلوبهم. Their hearts have been covered. Right? ران على قلوبهم ما كانوا يكسبون. That which they used to do. يكسبون كسب, that which you earn, that which you've done. So that which they've done, meaning evil deeds, has covered their heart. Like it's caused a darkness on their heart. It's blinded them from accepting guidance.
The sin, when sin puts darkness on your heart, is that the same thing as covering?
Yes, so we'll read that hadith in a bit. Okay? Okay. Fatima, read. اشتروا.
اشتروا من الناس شيئا يأخذونه كاملا وإذا باعوا على الناس شيئا بالكيل أو الوزن ينقصونه ألا يعلموا أولئك أولئك
مطففون
أن الله سيبعثهم في يوم القيامة ليحاسبهم على أعمالهم.
Good. Translate.
The destruction and the punishment for the mutaffifin.
Yeah, don't translate.
Those who, when they buy from the people something, they take it in full, and when they sell to the people something, they reduce it in weight, or they hold back. No, when they sell it to something in weight or
In measure.
they hold back.
They hold back or they decrease.
They decrease it. Do they not know? Right?
Yeah, do the mutaffifin not know?
Do the mutaffifin not know that verily Allah will resurrect them on the day of Qiyamah and they
لا ليحاسبهم. This is lam al-ta'lil. Why will he resurrect them?
to take them to account
No, to take them to account.
for their deeds.
Perfect. Clear? That lam is called lam al-ta'lil. So when she translated it, why will Allah resurrect them? Li yuhasibahum. And lam al-ta'lil also makes the verb mansub. Li yuhasiba. Right? Good?
Oh, that's because it's the thing that comes after anna or inna?
No, that's la.
This is lam al-ta'lil. It's one of the things that makes a present tense verb majroor.
Doesn't lam make it majroor?
Verbs don't go majroor.
Oh, for verbs.
So the lam that goes with nouns makes it majroor. Right? Like kitabu li zaydin.
No. Yeah, that's harf jar. Yeah.
But this is
But
called
this
what?
is
But shouldn't this be la yuhasibahum?
no li yuhasibahum.
Could also be la.
ليقرأ.
What is it called?
تعليل, right? It's the
This is from
لا،
Allah
لا، تعليل، تعليل.
تعليل, right?
and the kalam.
What?
The mansoob ones are like that.
An, lan,
K is
نعم. An, lan, kay.
So where's the lam then?
لام التعليل. It's referred to as لام التعليل.
But how come it's not part of an and K then?
It is.
Where is it? We say la.
In the like when you memorize it in Ajrumiyah,
Yeah.
it's there somewhere.
Because it's on the other side of the beta
Lamma
kaliwa.
لام التعليم.
Somewhere have it.
لام what?
It's there.
Yes.
It's even in hold up right here. Don't you even cover it here?
I don't think it's covered.
No, it's not
covered in
covered
that
here.
paper.
Yeah, it's not covered.
You
And
told
then-
us separately.
yeah.
You wrote it down.
Yeah, no, it's not covered here. But it's one of the. I promise, I'm not making it up.
But I'm just trying to figure out because it could also be li with a noun and then that makes it majroor.
That would be yeah.
But then what is la with a fath? That also doesn't fit, right?
Isn't that the emphasis one? Anna and la?
There's lam with nouns like la, which could be an emphasis, right? There's also with present tense verbs. There's also lam al-amr,
Right.
which would make it majzoom.
But that's li still. So that's la.
Liyaktub. Yeah, that would be li. That would be li.
So it's never la.
No. Is that first paragraph clear? Yes. Okay. Ahmed, اقرأ.
حقا إن أعمال الفجار ستكون في كتاب الشر
في كتاب الشر.
في كتاب الشر الذي تكتب فيه أعمال الشياطين والكفرة والفاسقين.
It's والكفرة الفاسقين. Over here,
وال-
it is made a description.
والكفرة الفاسقين وهو كتاب مسطور ثابت لا يمحى ولا يغير عذاب شديد يوم القيامة للمكذبين الذين لا يؤمنون بيوم القيامة ذلك اليوم الحق الذي لا يكذب به إلا كل
مخالف مضاف
إلا
إليه.
كل مخالف لشرع الله كثير الذنوب.
كثير الذنوب. Translate.
Truthfully, in أعمال الفجار, that the actions
Not
of
truth,
the,
like حقا, like without a doubt, kind of.
without a doubt, the actions of the fujjar will be written in
What's
a,
fujjar? It's the singular of. It's the plural of
هو المذنب.
fajr, and
Yeah.
the sinner, right?
Yeah, the sinner.
Well, it says defrauder? Defrauder? Is that a
Yeah.
word?
Defrauder.
No.
I mean, go ahead.
Okay. Will be written in an evil book.
In the book of evil.
In the book of evil, that which is written in it, the actions of the devils and the disbelieving evil people, sinners, and it is a book written in detail that is affirmed, with nothing erased and nothing altered or changed.
Perfect. وهو كتاب مسطور, is it like a detailed book? ثابت, that's affirmed, right? لا يمحى ولا يغير. Nothing has been erased, nothing has been altered. Continue.
A severe punishment on the day of judgment for the beliers,
Or the deniers.
the
they were
deniers. Sorry, this literally was trying to. Those who disbelieve in the day of judgment, the day of truth,
That
that
day.
day of truth, which لا يكذب به إلا كل that day
No one
which-
rejects it. The
Oh,
day
no.
which no one rejects.
Okay, that
So,
day which no one
stop.
rejects.
Oh, this is
That-
passive, right?
ذلك اليوم الحق. That true day, الذي, the one which لا يكذب به, that no one
Denies it.
rejects it or no one denies it, إلا, except, continue,
Except for every
person
person who conducts
who opposes
who opposes the
legislation of
legislation of Allah and who have a lot
Excessive
of
in sin.
excessive, yeah.
مخالف لشرع الله is describing what word in the ayah? كل معتد, right? معتد. And كثير الذنوب is describing what word? لا. Hassan?
Sorry, what?
كثير الذنوب is talking about what word in the verse? Najib?
Athim.
أثيم.
Athim. Mu'tadin. Athim.
أثيم. معتد أثيم. معتد is مخالف لشرع الله and أثيم is
كثير الذنوب.
كثير الذنوب. Yes, مريم.
The kathir has a is majroor. Why? Because of lishar.
كل مخالف لشرع الله كثير الذنوب. It's a صفة.
of
It's a صفة.
of
مخالف لشرع الله.
Is it also like another مضاف إليه for كل?
إلا كل مخالف لشرع الله وكل كثير الذنوب. Yeah, it could be every وكل كثير الذنوب and every person that is a lot in sin. Mona, read the next part.
وكان بعض
لا وإذا قرئت
وإذا قرئت آيات القرآن على هذا المعتدي الأثيم قال إنها خرافات الأولين وليس القرآن كذلك لكن غطت قلوب الكفار ظلمات الذنوب الذي يعملونها.
Translate.
التي يعملونها.
Translate.
And if
When
and when the verses of the Quran are recited upon the this like
transgressing sinner, he says,
it's singular. Right?
yeah, he says,
he says surely it's like old fables, but the Quran is not like this. Rather, their hearts are covered. The hearts of the disbelievers are covered with the sins that they
with the darknesses of the sins.
The darknesses of the sins that they have done.
نعم. So ولكن غطت قلوب الكفار ظلمات الذنوب التي يعملونها. But rather, the hearts of the disbelievers have been covered by the darknesses of the sins, the ones that they do. Maryam, where's the غطت is a verb, correct?
Yeah.
Right? Where's the fa'il?
And the fa'il is ضمير مستتر.
Mm-mm. What has covered the hearts of the disbelievers, Maryam? Like in English, tell me what has covered the hearts.
Their sins.
Not just their sins, but I was specific.
The darkness.
Huh?
Oh, ظلمات.
Dhulumat.
All right, that's it's
Right? Do you see what has happened? You will see what has happened. The maf'ul has come before the fa'il. Right? The maf'ul has come before the fa'il. Just it's a way of speaking. You'll find this happens many times, right? Sometimes the maf'ul is comes before the fa'il to show importance to the maf'ul or to like highlight the maf'ul, right? Sometimes it's just a way of speaking, right? But right, غطت قلوب الكفار ظلمات الذنوب. Right? See, like, look, if I took off the tashkil from qulub and kuffar and ظلمات الذنوب, right? I know many of you would probably think, okay, غطت قلوب الكفار ظلمات T. First of all, ظلمات T. Because جمع المؤنث السالم. ظلمات الذنوب. But that wouldn't make sense. You're basically saying the hearts of the disbelievers, they've covered the darknesses of sin. It's like, it doesn't make any sense, right? But that's why you have to look at it. What does it mean? غطت قلوب الكفار ظلمات الذنوب. That the darknesses of sins have covered the hearts of the disbelievers, the ones that they used to do. Maryam, read the last two lines.
وكان بعض
تجاري
التجار إذا
باعوا
ينقصون الميزان والكيل وإذا اشتروا أخذوا حقهم كاملا فأنزل الله سورة المطففين.
So it's talking about why was this surah revealed. So it says وَكَانَ بَعْضُ التُّجَّارِ, and some of the merchants, some of the tradesmen, إِذَا باعوا, when they used to sell, يُنْقِصُونَ الْمِيزَانَ وَالْكَيْلَ, they would decrease, make deficient the weight and the measure. وَإِذَا اشْتَرَوْا, and what they would buy, أَخَذُوا حَقَّهُمْ كَامِلًا, they would take their haqq, their right, we just took the word, right? They would take their right completely. فأنزل الله سورة المطففين. So Allah sent down سورة المطففين. فهمتم? Yes? Okay, one more time. Just read. Go, Najib, first paragraph.
وعذاب المطففين الذين إذا اشتروا من الناس شيئا يأخذونه كاملا وإذا باعوا على الناس شيئا
بالكيل والوزن
ينقصونه ألا يعلموا
أولئك
المطففون أن الله سيبعثهم في يوم القيامة ليحاسبهم على أعمالهم.
حسان, read.
حقا إن
أعمال الفجار ستكون
في كتاب الشر الذي تكتب فيه أعمال الشياطين والكفرة الفاسقين وهو كتاب مستور ثابت لا ينهى ولا يغير.
نعم.
عذاب شديد يوم القيامة للمكذبين الذين لا يؤمنون بيوم القيامة. ذلك اليوم الحق الذي لا يكذب به إلا كل ما
مخالف
لشرع الله كثير الذنوب.
ماز, اقرأ.
وإذا
قرئت
آيات
القرآن
على هذا المعتد الأثيم قال إنها خرافات الأولين وليس القرآن
كذلك
لكن غطت قلوب الكفار ظلمات الذنوب
ظلمات الذنوب
التي يعملونها.
أحمد.
كان بعض التجار إذا باعوا ينقصون الميزان والكيل وإذا اشتروا أخذوا حقهم كاملا فأنزل الله سورة المطففين.
Good, okay. Maryam, Explain to me in English. وَيْلٌ لِلْمُطَفِّفِينَ.
Destruction to the defrauders.
No, you used that word for fujjar, didn't you? Or you said mutaffif?
Oh, did I?
Okay, just explain to me what mutaffif is in English.
Those who take more than they give. Defaulters. I don't know.
Those who shortchange people.
Shortchange.
Those who shortchange people. وَيْلٌ لِلْمُطَفِّفِينَ. Destruction to those who shortchange people. Fatima. الَّذِينَ إِذَا اكْتَالُوا عَلَى النَّاسِ يَسْتَوْفُونَ. الَّذِينَ إِذَا اكْتَالُوا عَلى النَّاسِ يَسْتَوْفُونَ.
Who, when they like buy from people, they take in full.
They take in full. Good. Mona. وَإِذَا كَالُوهُمْ أَوْ وَزَنُوهُمْ يُخْسِرُونَ.
And if they weigh or
Measure.
they decrease them.
They decrease. They cause loss. Literally يخسرون. Najib. ألا يظن أولئك أنهم مبعوثون.
Do they not think that they will be resurrected?
Do those not think that they will be resurrected? Good. ليوم عظيم. Hassan.
On day of judgment, there's a severe punishment. On day of
ليوم عظيم.
for them is a severe.
No. Ahmed. ليوم عظيم.
For a great day.
Yeah, they will be resurrected, as Najib is continuing. ليوم عظيم, for a great day. يوم يقوم الناس لرب العالمين. Maz.
Could you repeat that again?
يوم يقوم الناس لرب العالمين.
The day when mankind comes in front of their Lord.
The Lord of the worlds.
Lord of the worlds.
The day that mankind will stand before people, right? يوم يقوم الناس لرب العالمين. فاطمة. كلا إن كتاب الفجار لفي سجين.
The book of these people. What are you gonna say to them? Defrauders.
Just explain to me what a fujjar is. Don't use a single word. Like use.
Fujjar is the one who does a lot of sins and excessiveness.
Okay, so kitab al fujjar, like.
Their record, the book of their deeds, is in a very low place.
لفي سجين will be in سجين. Okay. وما أدراك ما سجين فاطمة.
And do you not know what is
Not do you not know.
And what will make you understand? What will make you know what is sijin?
Good. وما أدراك ما سجين. كتاب مرقوم يا مريم.
It's a numbered book. Or a written book. Or a detailed written book.
Okay, but like, you know, we took كتاب مسطور ثابت لا يمحى ولا يغير.
So it's a written, detailed book that is not changed or erased. That cannot be changed or erased.
نعم. ويل يومئذ للمكذبين. Mona.
Like there's like destruction and punishment on that day for the ones who deny.
نعم. الذين يكذبون بيوم الدين. Najib.
Those who disbelieve in the day of resurrection.
نعم. وما يكذب به إلا كل معتد أثيم. أحمد.
And no one belies it except for
no one rejects it, no one denies
rejects it, no one denies it except for
every.
إلا كل معتد is أثيم. معتد is
يخالف شرع الله.
أثيم is كثرة الذنوب. And no one denies it except
so
for
mu'tadin
those
is
who
يخالف شرع Allah, someone who's opposing the legislation of Allah. They're transgressing the limits and the bounds. And athim is
who are excessive in sinning.
كل معتد أثيم, right? Was that? Did we take more? Yeah, we did. Okay. إذا تتلى, right? Next verse. كل معتد أثيم. إذا تتلى عليه آياتنا قال أساطير الأولين. مريم.
When the verses of the Quran are recited to them, they say these are the stories of old.
Good.
Or fables of the past.
Fables of the past. فاطمة. كلا بل ران على قلوبهم ما كانوا يكسبون.
But, however, rather, there is a dark stain by their sins on their hearts. by the darkness of their sins placed on their hearts.
Yeah, one more time, just in a full sentence.
What?
ران على قلوبهم.
Rana,
Yeah.
dark state were covered
On their hearts.
on their hearts
ما كانوا يكسبون.
due to that which they earned. Which is
Due to that which they earned. One of you.
Kalla, but like what I said, but however, rather.
Yeah.
What is
Kalla,
kalla
like-
though?
Kalla is like, it could be used in a number of ways, right? So for example, early on in the surah it says وما أدراك ما سجين كتاب مرقوم ويل يوم no كلا. What's the verse before كلا إن كتاب الأبرار لفي عليين? ها؟ لفي سجين وما أدراك ما سجين كتاب No. الذي إذا كان أو لا يظن أولئك أنه اليوم عظيم يقوم النصر رب العالمين كلا.
Yeah, that's the second one.
No, that's this one. كلا إن كتاب الفجار لفي سجين. What's the verse before it?
يوم يقوم الناس لرب العالمين.
يوم يقوم الناس لرب العالمين. On the day that mankind will stand before the Lord of the worlds. And then you have kalla. You're not necessarily negating anything before this right now, right? So it's more used as an affirmation, right? But in this one, the one that you were doing, it says in the previous verse, kalla bil rana. But the previous verse is when when the verses are recited upon them, they say it's the fables of the past, right? So kalla, like it's like no. Bal, rather. Rana ala qulubihim. One of you was referring to this hadith, so Fatima, go ahead, read this hadith. Translate.
It is narrated by Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, that the Messenger of Allah, peace and Allah be upon him, said, Verily, the believer, when he sins, there is a black dot on his heart. And when he repents, and what is munaza'a?
وَنَزَعَ. Anyone?
Like I messed up or something?
فَإِن تَابَ, if he repents, وَنَزَعَ, like he eliminates it, he leaves it off.
Did he? So you ask for forgiveness, but then also try to avoid.
Yes, like avoidance. Right?
When he avoids the sin.
No.
Okay, and he repents. Taba is repentance, istighfaris,
Seek forgiveness.
and he seeks forgiveness. Suqila qalbuhu. Suqila is
Anyone want to take a stab at it?
Wash.
Huh?
Clean.
Polished. His heart is polished. سُقِلَ قَلْبُهُ, his heart is polished. Now the verb is made passive, right? Saqala is the verb. Saqala is the verb. It has been made passive into suqila. Right? But suqila qalbuhu, his heart is polished. Continue.
فَإِن زَادَ زَادَتْ. And if he increases, it is increased. If he continues
If he increases, it increases. What is it?
polishing the darkness.
Which one? There's a huge difference.
The darkness.
No.
If he increases in his sin, then the darkness is increased.
Why? Like, why do you go? Why not the polishing?
Oh, it's nukta, isn't it?
Because it goes to the
How do you know that?
because it's feminine.
The second verb is feminine.
Yeah.
نعم. فإن زاد زادت.
Like if he increases in the adnaba, then the nuqtatun
In the dhunub.
Yeah.
زادت. It increases. The nukta increases. نعم. So it's if he increases in sin, then not the polishing increases, then the nukta increases. Right? Go ahead, continue.
فذلك, and this is the
That is.
and that is along the stain, that which الذي ذكره الله, Allah mentions in his book.
نعم. كلا بل ران على قلوبهم ما كانوا يكسبون.
If you scroll down, فإن you said زاد and زادت, but you said زاد, what does that mean?
فإن زاد, like if he increases. You have to figure out when it says فإن زاد زادت, like what is the fa'il of each verb. Now both of them it's a ضمير مستتر, right? But you have to figure out what is it going back to, right? If فإن زاد, literally, if it increases, it increases, right? So the first one is he. If he increases, it increases, right?
Go back to my earlier question. So the stain leads to covering, even for like a believer.
So is there like a taqdir here زادت?
إن الله. I can't remember the beginning of the statement, Najib, but there's a statement when Imam Malik met Imam al-Shafi'i. He gave him advice, and then he said, I can't remember the beginning, subhanAllah, but he basically said that I see that Allah has blessed you with knowledge, or blessed you with the light of knowledge, right? And he said, فَلَا تُطْفِئْهُ. فَلَا تُطْفِئْهُ means do not extinguish it. بِظُلْمَةِ الْمَعْصِيَةِ. Do not extinguish it with the darkness of sin. Right? Referring to this concept.
How come in some of the translations it's saying if he returns to the sin, the blackness will be increased?
Yeah.
Return.
فَإِنْ زَادَ
Is that a
زَادَت.
different riwayah, like it's a different, more words would be in that Arabic too, or are they just translating?
Are you talking about زَادَ زَادَت?
Yeah.
There are a few different narrations. I would just.
Because it says,
One second. Well, what's the one that you just? So what in aada, if he returns to it, right?
So that's a different one.
Naam. Here we go. Okay, so there's another one in the Muwatta of Imam Malik that says لا يزال العبد يكذب. What's لا يزال العبد يكذب mean? What's لا يزال mean? Fatima Ahmed. لا يزال. Yes. ما زال لا يزال. Huh?
We just did that in Chef Review's class.
Oh, you did? Okay, so all of you should have known it. ما زال لا يزال, like to continue. So he says, so the hadith says, لا يزال العبد يكذب, like a slave will continue to lie. وتنكت في قلبه نكتة سوداء, and a black spot will like continuously be placed on his heart. حتى يسود قلبه كله, until his حتى يسود قلبه كله, until his entire heart becomes black. فيكتب عند الله من الكاذبين, and then the person will be written with Allah from the كاذبين. You said وإن عاد زيد فيها, right?
Yeah.
نعم. حتى تعلو قلبه. نعم.
This one does not mention anything about the whole heart becoming black, right?
Which one? This one, no. Right, no.
It just says that when the sin increases, then the darkness increases.
No. Which, I mean, can make you understand that, right? It can happen. 15 minutes left, and you guys look like ليوم عظيم right now. خلاص, if I give you like 4 minutes just to like relax your brains, and then get another good 12, 13 minutes out of you.
What book is this, Sheikh?
This is, I'll send it to you guys.
And the other one, the Lisan one?
So, you guys know how you did. You guys, I explained this to Fatima before. You guys did durus from the Quran Kareem, correct? It says level 1, right? Al-Mustawa Awwal. So it looks exactly like this at the beginning.
So it's Durus, Quran.
Just wait. Right? This is exactly right. So he says Al-Mustawa Thalith, right? So this is a curriculum that is used in the Arabic department, language preparatory school for like before you get into the kulliyah in Riyadh, right? It's 4 levels. Al-Mustawa Awwal, Al-Mustawa Thani, Al-Thalith, Al-Rabi', right? As each level goes higher, it gets more and more difficult, right? So like today I had some time, I was downloading all of Mustawa Thalith. Maryam?
Yes, sir.
So like if you look, Mustawa Thalith has Mustawa Thalith, they have one book called Adab, right? Another book called Hadith, right? Then you have another book called Tawheed. What else do you have? This was, I labeled it Quran, but it's, when it opens, it's Durus min Quran Kareem.
So, Sheikh, we are at level 3 now? Have we been there?
There's also here. There's also Nahu, right? Which is grammar, right? There's also, where was it? Last one. There's Sarf, which is in Arabic they translate as, in English, morphology, right? So as the levels go up, the Arabic gets a little more difficult. So are you at level 3? That's a great question. Allahu a'lam wa ana la a'lam. No, I stayed away from, like, even in the Qira'ah book, the one, the Lisan section, right? That's from Qira'ah level 3. The reason I didn't do 2 is because they've done 2. Fatima and Ahmed have done 2, right? So I needed to make sure it was a little challenging for them as well. Same thing, I didn't do Durus. I didn't like open up.
We didn't finish from the Durus Quran book. We didn't do the whole thing, right?
I don't know. Well, you guys only did Durus from Quran, the first book.
Yeah, but we didn't do Sheikh Kurdi.
Yeah, I don't know if you finished it or not. I don't know.
Number 2?
No, you don't do number 2. Like, you don't do number 2.
We were doing number 1 for the in first year, not last
Yeah.
year.
You do number 1 for a bit. Yeah.
Because mine didn't finish anything.
So we have breaks for how long?
Because the book that I got, it was this big, and it had both level 1 and level 2 books.
Oh, you guys got that copy?
Not guys, just me.
Oh, just you got that copy.
So
Yeah.
I was wondering if we were going to do that or not.
Yeah.
No, perhaps?
What?
Level 2 in seminary? No?
Level 2, it's going to be kind of easy. Like, this is going to be a little more challenging. It's going to be too easy for them, most likely. That's why I skipped it, right? The Qira'ah book should be printed at some point. It was supposed to be printed last week. But that should be a combination of 2, 3, and 4.
Are we going to have that?
It should, yeah. My goal is just to get you guys to read as much as possible, to increase your vocabulary, to get you reached to those that need improvement reading. Why is that? Yeah.
That hadith you said was in the Muwatta of Imam Malik?
Which one? There's a few different versions.
تبع لا يزال العبد يصمت
No, that's in the Muwatta of Imam Malik.
ويتحرى ويتحيى.
No. Like if you just go to sunnah.com and you type in the search engine Nuktatun Sawda, you'll get a few different versions.
Sunnah.com.
Ooh. What hadith was today in Sheikh Jibril's class?
Continuation of 19.
Did he write that or did someone write that?
Not me.
Wasn't you? I thought you said you were.
That was the one that was written underneath it. I didn't raise it. I don't know who wrote this one.
كنت خلف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يوما فقال يا غلام.
This is the hadith we're studying. I don't know
No.
who wrote it.
يا غلام I should give you this hadith, take off the tashkil, huh? In huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right, I know. But why is it like, right? We talked about it. It's munada, right? You're calling. Ya Ahmadu, Ya Muhammadu, Ya Maryamu. Inni u'allimuka kalimatin. Why kalimatin?
So, مفعول به ثاني.
What state is it in?
This is in نص.
Nasb, right? Showing it through a kasra. يحفظ الله يحفظك. فضل الله تجده تجاهك. إذا سألت فاسأل الله وإذا استعنت فاستعن بالله واعلم أن الأمة لو اجتمعت على أن ينفعوك. You guys see أن ينفعوك. أن is making the verb what state? Huh? أن, yeah. Okay. What's the origin of the verb? Like what should it be without the an? Good. And what's the madi of the verb? Huh? No. What about the verb after? So على أن ينفعوك بشيء لم ينفعوك. ينفعوك, that second was in what state? Fatima? Huh?
That's مجزوم.
Madzum. Right? But its sign of being Madzum is the same of.
Same as the
No.
An makes it mansoob. An makes it mansoob.
Huh? لم ينفعوك بشيء قد كتبه الله لك. Right? وإن اجتمعوا على أن يضروك. Same thing with يضروك, right? The noon has been removed. لم يضروك إلا بشيء قد كتبه الله عليك. Do you guys see the usage of in the third to last line قد كتبه الله لك, and then in the line after it قد كتبه الله عليك, right? Do you see that? Because the first one is talking about nafa'a, benefit, right? So it's that you won't be benefited with anything except that which Allah has written laka, for you, right? But then in the next line it's you won't be harmed with anything except that which Allah has kind of decreed on you. Clear? Right? رفعت الأقلام وجفت الصحف. Okay. So that whole concept of قد كتبه الله لك and قد كتبه الله عليك, right? Allah says to the Prophet, قل, say, لن يصيبنا إلا ما كتب الله لنا. Show you this.
Did you do the third?
The verb book.
You want that?
I have it.
Yeah.
قل لن يصيبنا إلا ما كتب. قل لن يصيبنا إلا ما كتب الله لنا. Mona, what does that mean? قل لن يصيبنا إلا ما كتب الله لنا.
Say that nothing will befall us or happen to us except for what Allah has written for us.
Except what Allah has written for us. Right? What did we say the difference in the hadith was? Lana and alayna. Lana was? Huh? For us. And what was alayna? On you. Why the different usage? Why the different usage?
It's written for something that is going to befall you is like on you.
On you, and something that's for you is like in your favor?
Not necessarily.
No, just maybe past tense, future tense. No.
So lana is usually like it's for us. Like it's in our favor. Okay? That's why even in the hadith, like you won't be...
Oh, is this about if something good happens to you that's from Allah, so it's written for you from Allah, but then if something bad happens to you that's because of you?
No, that's not real.
that?
So in the hadith, when the Prophet ﷺ is talking about good happening to you, he says it won't happen unless Allah has written it for you. Like, right? But then he says that evil won't happen to you, you won't be harmed unless Allah has written it over you, on you. So like when it's good it's lana, and when it's bad it's alayna. Right? Make sense? Lana and alayna. But yet Allah over here he says قُلْ لَنْ يُصِيبَنَا إِلَّا مَا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَنَا. Now to what I explained you should think it should be alayna, right? It's befall. Nothing will befall us unless Allah has written it on us. But he says for us. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand the question?
Does befall have to mean something bad?
Is that because dua can change spiritually?
Is that what?
Like your dua can change it?
No.
Even the musibah is good.
There's good in the
Okay, so one of the Mufassirin, Shaykh Ahmed shared this. He said لأن, because, so he says Allah did not say قُلْ لَنْ يُصِيبَنَا إِلَّا مَا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْنَا. He didn't tell the Prophet to say nothing will befall us except that which Allah has written on us. Rather he said lana. He said because لأنه أمر, because this is talking about matters يتعلق بالمؤمن, that are directly related to a believer. And everything that happens to a believer is good. So if it's something good that happens to the believer, right? Like if it's a blessing, marriage, new car, something like that, right? It's khayrun, it's good, like in its apparent, even in the apparent nature of it, it's good. So it's fil ajil, like it's immediate, right? Wa in kana sharran, and if it's evil, like if it's something that's just like apparently evil, car accident, death, major sickness, whatever the case may be, it's still lahu, it's still for the person, but fil ajil, but it's the goodness is postponed, right? Therefore Allah says قُلْ لَنْ يُصِيبَنَا إِلَّا مَا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَنَا, that even the musibah is for us and not on us. Does that make sense?
It's like a blessing in disguise.
In alayna, you said it is typically used. But
Like usually like on us. Like for example, if you said,
what's the difference between
for example, if I said da'u, so the verb to make dua is da'a yad'u, right? So if I said da'awtu lahu means I made dua for him. But if I said da'awtu alayhi, means I made dua against him, right? That's like very clear example of how they're used, right? Da'a lahu, he made dua for him. Da'a alayhi, he made dua against him.
I'll do dua too.
خلاص, it's 11:29. It's 11:29. We're gonna get to Surah Mutaffifin. and then we're going to get you guys at a point where you're just going to look at mutaffifin without a translation, and you're going to tell me what each verse means. I think it's very, very simple, very straightforward. We'll be able to piece it together. Alright. وصلى اللهم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.